5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bonifay Banter Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bombargo in the studio tonight. And Nathan Thoen. Two of my good friends, man. And seriously, one of the sickest bands ever. They're playing House of Blues tomorrow night. And we're getting the crew. We're going to see them. They played my wedding. And they're in the studio right now. Shane's in the studio. What's up, boys?
Oh, yeah. No, I'm excited for this one. I even remember I hit you up a while ago, and I was like, I know they're coming to town. Are we going to get them in? And you were like, yeah.
Well, they're just on the look at the screen right now. This is the Disco Surf
Rodeo
store.
baby.
You boys are in the
Legit.
pocket, huh?
Yeah, we are in the pot. We are week 7 of an 8-week tour, so you guys are catching us right in the prime, boys. Right in the prime of the Disco Surf Rodeo. Stoked to be on the Bonifay Banter podcast. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Very excited to be here.
Well, we are more than stoked to have you guys. Like I was like I met you guys. Didn't know much about you besides the video that you did with Parks on the boat.
Yes.
But I knew the music. I was like, that's good. But at Parks' wedding, got to meet and hang out with you guys, watch the show, and totally blew my mind. I am a lifelong fan now. Like, I love it.
That's what I told him, man. I go, you have like 180 new fans, man. Like everyone I talk to is just y'all. I don't know if y'all showed up extra hard that night because y'all always put on a damn good show. Yeah, your integration with the crowd, like you've never seen anything like it. It's really is. Not only are you an amazing, like talented band, the music fucking awesome, but just like y'all can just you get down with the crowd and you look at them, you look into their fucking soul, man. It's fucking sick.
Thanks, buddy. Well, that was like the best wedding of all time and our first wedding we had ever played. So we really have been, and I think maybe our last. I think we're going to retire on top because that was, really tough to top.
Very tough to top.
Truly the most majestic wedding of all time at Radar Lake, like cruising around on the golf cart with Parks. There was a few pinch me moments of just like, this is wild, dude.
Legendary.
Like, what a spot. Meeting Shane and just,
It was really cool because you guys did come in early and you met everybody. You knew names. Like the fact that you put the effort in to be like, I want to know who the family is. I'm meeting them. You walked around. We hung out. It wasn't just like a band showed up and played it and then got out of there. Like y'all enjoyed it and y'all were part of the vibe and y'all like, I mean, I've told numerous people the bonfire afterwards. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. But that's where I was kind of like I was already into it. And you guys when we did the bonfire, it sealed it. I was like, these guys are great. Like they are
the encore. Huh?
the Bonifay Bombargo bonfire. It was quite great.
It was the personality that you brought to it and you were involved. It was more than just, hanging out and enjoying the evening and doing a few songs.
Well, I had high expectations, but as soon as we rolled there, like just everyone we met, because we really knew Parks and Page, and that's basically, it. And then instantly met you, Shane, and it just felt like everyone was like
Family.
such homies just instantly. And to meet your guys' mom too was so cool.
Betty B.
Yeah, the legendary Betty B.
We just felt really welcomed into the family, and we're like, let's burn this thing down.
I mean, within seconds of meeting you guys, it was very welcome. I was like, these are the type of people I like to hang out with. So
not to mention being involved. I believe that Shane literally saved the show and was running down Jerry Cannon.
Shout out.
We blew the power.
Yeah, the power went at one point.
I'd like to say it was from the climax of the music, but it may have been that the generator ran out of gas. But I would say that, one of the two.
Well, the music was so bumping that the generator was just pumping out a bit more gas than usual. We were
firing.
You didn't put it to the
delivered.
We had the balusters full on that Jenny.
We needed an acapella moment with just drums and saxophone for a bit anyway.
That
So
was
I feel like it lended itself well.
Maybe the first acapella crowd surf, if I recall.
Did y'all hear the backstory on like how what we think happened on that? The theory?
No, I haven't heard.
So the next day, like the generator, when we went to move it, I set it up and we pushed it around this tree. There's the incline of this hill was super fucking steep. So I put it up under the tree sideways and down. This thing's pretty heavy. And just thinking that it wasn't going to go. But then as this thing vibrated, luckily we moved the trampoline around. We were trying to hide the trampoline.
Yeah.
So we pushed the trampoline down and the trampoline's sitting like 5 feet underneath the generator. So what happened is the generator eventually turned sideways and it started to go down the hill and it hit the trampoline. I found it like crashed into the trampoline. It only moved like 4 or 5 feet, but I think one of the cords came undone. But one of the cords came undone, and then I think they went down there. Then we ran out of gas. Because you remember it died twice.
It was twice.
But Shane, you doused yourself in gasoline trying to save the show.
Shane had a hero moment.
It was honestly.
You're like, don't light a cigarette near him.
I did a good best man speech, but my best man moment was, hey, the generator's out of gas, and I was in a camper that we already got gas. I had to get gas for our generator, so I knew where they had this tiny little hut where there was like a gas pump in there. But if you didn't know the gas pump was in there, you wouldn't have ever guessed that that's where you could get gas. And I was like, it's go time. I got to do this. Like, we're out of gas. I know where the gas is. I've got a gas can at the camper, and I jumped in the golf cart, just mobbed down, and then literally poured the gas in there, got it, driving back one-handed, and that's when
Gas
I started splashing on me. I was like, I gotta get back. I was holding it
bro,
and
it was
just
palpable. It was palpable.
Stings the nostrils.
It was
Stings the nostrils.
You like lean across a
it was
candle.
nice.
You just.
It's like originally I was like, Shane, man, you're pretty heavy on the cologne here tonight, dude. Like, chill.
It definitely
Gas
was.
daddy.
It's called LaChelle.
They call me gas daddy.
But it was a moment that I felt it was like, yes, I did something, because most of the time I was just drinking and dancing.
It was
and partying.
heroic.
And I
It
was
Also an
heroic.
incredible speech, though.
Oh,
Incredible
dude,
best man
amazing speech, man.
The too many pages speech.
the too many pages
So good.
speech. Yeah,
Too many
like,
pages, and also the amazing, which I love. We were on the inside of your guy's dad. We about to find out.
We're about to find out.
That's good.
The story is
punchline
so
of all
good.
time.
And okay, this is even the funnier one, is that whole bit about the dad. Like, I was like, my dad probably wouldn't even be here. He'd be at the bar, like with my friends telling a story. Lo and behold, Betty B actually wasn't there when I did the speech, and I gave her. I was like, "Yeah, let's make some noise for Betty B." She's not there. She's doing a wardrobe change. She's
No way.
In the middle of your speech.
Yeah, but it was me making fun that Dad wouldn't be there, but it was actually Mom that
actually
wasn't
classic.
there, and I was
Classic.
like, "Yeah, but
Someone had to not be there. You know, a little switcheroo. That's
no,
perfect.
they did it. Yeah. But
Bear made it a point of trying to capture everyone as Mom's wardrobe change, which I think she had like 4 or 5
I think
that
she did a
day.
few,
Dude,
yeah.
Bear, also shout out to Bear. What a legend. What a legend. Ran into him in Encinitas out in the water surfing, like literally out there. I was like, dude, we're going to kick it. And then I'm like going down to go. And then he's like just paddling out. I'm like, Bear. He's like, no way. And we went out.
That's
That's
really
really waves.
cool.
It was the best. Oh, yeah. We were talking. Yeah. Oh, man.
He's
great
loving
times.
it out there.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks
It's good.
It looks good
down-
on
It's
him.
good. It's good down there.
Dude, it's a great spot, man. Yeah. It's up there for sure. One of my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bear is in
Lucadia.
Encinitas. He seems like he embodies Encinitas and that SoCal, like that vibe.
Totally.
He's got that.
The fact
flavor.
that he was here in Orlando for so long, it's like, I think
We were lucky to have him as
yeah,
long
we
as
were lucky to have him. Yeah. That's really cool.
So
though.
cool.
So y'all are deep in you said you're 7 weeks into the Disco Surf Rodeo Tour and you're playing House of Blues tomorrow night. We're getting the squad. We're rolling up. This is pretty we're pretty. Do you like playing you said you played a cruise liner. So what y'all I love your diversity in venues.
We're all
from
over
Radar Lake to the cruise to the play festivals. I met y'all at Okeechobee Music Festival.
We got to
down in
get
South
into that.
Florida.
Yeah, thanks to Cheeky. Shout out to Cheeky too.
Oh,
Man, there's too many homies. This is the thing.
Awesome.
Fingers are gonna get sore after all these. Cheeky, we met, and then he was coming to Okeechobee, and he's just like, "Yeah, you got to meet my buddy Parks." And I was like, "I know Parks. This is crazy." And then we had like one of the better weekends of my life. It was our first U.S. festival, and so we were going down to play that festival on the Thursday. But we were like, well, we're going to stay for the whole festival because, like, you know, we were kind of up and coming band. Like, there was a ton of bands we wanted to see, too. So we just,
It was one of the first like big festivals y'all kind of
it was
played.
our first U.S. festival
First
we had
big
ever
US
played.
festival.
Okeechobee is a big.
It's a good one.
big
It was
one.
massive.
It's a 4-day. It is
I remember when we first
banger.
walked, because we played like the big stage too, like
Yeah.
the biggest stage still I think I've ever played, and we played some big festivals since, but it was just massive when we walked on there.
Yeah, dude, it was nuts. And then the
Because
show.
I met y'all that night. Y'all played. I missed y'all original set.
That's
and
right,
I
yeah.
guess like some band like wasn't able to make it or something,
Yeah.
or like, and then y'all filled in the Sunday show. And
Yeah.
then Chiku was like, "Mate, these are my mates from They go Bombargo.
Bombargo. You're gonna love these guys.
He met Sammy. Sammy was like looking for an alligator, and he told him there was alligators.
We were partying hard that weekend.
But he goes, mate, these guys are legends.
Well, you got I still remember us being like with our trailer at our campsite, and you guys were just like hauling ass on the golf cart, like coming in. And I was like, who are these guys? And Nate's like, what? You know, and then that's kind of like where it all.
Well, because I've wondered like where the connection on how y'all met Parks, and I know it was like Cheeky, but I was like, how did y'all know Cheeky, or how did this all?
I met Cheeky in Bali like a year before. We had a mutual friend that we were staying at through Sam, and we were out there and just hanging out, and then it was like kind of crazy because I was like, he was saying that he lives in Florida, but he's from England, obviously. And then I was like, dude, we're going to be in Florida like for this festival. He's like, oh, I'm going to be working that. I think I'm going to be working that. I was like, it's
a good impersonation.
Dude, get out here. And one of the best times ever. But that Super Jam was crazy because that was the last festival before COVID kind of shut everything down. It was like the last big festival, March 9th or something.
It was really.
And we remember kind of hearing whispers of this like Corona thing. No one really knew what was happening. And there was like, there's like some of the big festivals are, Coachella is canceled. And like these other ones, I was like, canceled? Like, holy crap.
It's just an outrageous amount of signs all throughout the festival. Like, wash your hands, wash your hands, wash your hands. We're like, man, do people in Florida just like, do they? Like, this signage is I'm like, this signage is outrageous because we were like phones off for this whole festival. So we didn't even know anything was happening.
Yeah, we don't like the plot of a movie. It's like you just see, you're like, wait, what's going on? You're like, you haven't heard, dude. Wash your damn hands.
That's how it was.
I'm like, I'm washing them.
And then,
you know what I mean? I'm washing them.
And the last day, there was a Super Jam, and they basically were like, the lead singer of Vampire Weekend had dropped out, was like, I'm not going to do it because of this Corona thing. And at the time, we hadn't even heard of it. So we were like, whoa, like, well, this is kind of crazy. But I guess he had been in Europe, so he'd kind of like a little closer to the scene of the crime. And so then when he got there, they were like, we're out. And so they were looking for a band, and they're like, oh, those Bombargo guys are still here. Like, let's ask them. So all of a sudden, I got asked to go up there with like Corey Wong and Carl Denson, who plays saxophone with the Rolling Stones. And I'm like singing these tunes with them and just freaking out. It was nuts. It was like one of the better.
It was pretty sick. Cheeky was telling me about him. He goes, man, that's sick. And then so we go and see him on Sunday. And like you said, y'all are on the big stage. This one.
Huge.
And just like, bro, there's so many, a sea of people. And
it
like
they
were just like rocking. I was like, God damn, dude. Like,
bro, it was so cool for us too, because like at that point, like our band, like we always see Nate on stage like every single night, but we're always on stage with him. So we were like, we could be side stage. We're like, no, fuck that, man. We're going in the front row, baby. Like, we're like front row, just like, no way. Cause like we just, at the beginning of the festival, we're like, we're here all weekend. You need us? Let us know. And then they're like, actually, we do need you.
It was crazy. That was so wild.
I love it.
Yeah.
Great. And then honestly, it's just been kind of like every time we come to Florida, we've just like Parks, I just reach out and we've just had nothing but the best times ever. Since.
Well,
It's just been like
there's the video.
Bombargo Hotel is what it is right now. I took a picture of the room before they checked in. Paige actually did. Shout out Paige. She did all the beds, like looking pretty sick, but we'll show that picture right now.
The Bombargo Hotel is amazing for anyone.
5 stars.
5 stars at
and
least.
So I did mention it earlier, but it was this video you guys did. Y'all all went wake surfing. The whole band's out in the boat with Parks, parties out there, like everybody's there, and y'all did this video. But I saw it just earlier today because I was scrolling through your Insties. But you're like up to 2 million views on that thing.
Yeah,
like it's really cool. And that's where I found out about you guys, because I saw Parks doing this, and I remember him telling me, he's like, yeah, this band's in town. We're like hanging out. I was like, all right, yeah, cool. But the video is really, really awesome too. Like you out there surfing. Like,
dude, did the mic save that you go to fall and
we had one version where Nate catches the mic and just starts going down. He hucks it back. And I grab it. So we have some bloopers, and we there is a microphone in the bottom of that lake somewhere.
We donated one.
We did it until but that was cool because we were actually recording all that. Like the mic was live and stuff, and I was like, if it goes in the water, is there like an electrical current, or like how is it? How's
we about to find out.
We go find out,
dude. That has become like a saying that we throw down
we
much.
We roll that on the road lots.
We have totally integrated that into our ecosystem. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And it is a beautiful saying because you can throw it in on all of those times where you're like, I am excited about what's about to happen, but I don't know what's
but
going to
we're not
happen.
sure.
But we
Yeah,
are
and
about to
that is
find
the
out.
essence of what touring is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
what
like,
about.
I'm excited. I have no idea how this is going to go.
Yeah.
Like even every day is like, whoa, wonder what's going to happen this time.
Yeah.
You know?
It's repetitive as the kind of the footprint of the day as you travel. You probably get some lunch, you do sound check, you go chill or whatever. It's
Yeah.
probably the same,
Yeah.
but it is different depending on where you are and kind of just like
For
everything.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, every venue is different. Every like drive there is different. Different things, just happen along the way that make for good stories.
Wild hijinks and activities and getting your van impounded and just you never know what
You never
random
know what's
little
gonna happen.
curveball is going to get thrown.
Pick up some new superstitions or
Yeah.
anything through
Yeah.
the day. Hey, what's it?
Yeah.
I cracked up like last time about this. Y'all have a new sock every day policy.
Yeah, the once
Is
ones
that-
that
is that-
kind of became, and honestly, it's week 7 here. We're getting a little smelly on the van, so some people haven't been following that rule as clear. But yeah, we
But you're in
we
deep
talked
right now
about
in the
it earlier.
South.
yeah, we started throwing socks out because it was just like, man, for the amount of laundry that we're doing, which is not enough, and for the price of like, $5-10 for like 20 pairs of socks at
Yeah,
Walmart.
these aren't nice. These are bottom of the barrel socks, but they're a new
But they're
pair
good
of
for
socks
one
is
wear.
nice.
They're good for one wear.
So we started, but I've been keeping my socks and washing them. I find that if you have time to have your socks like just dry out overnight, then the next morning they're actually not even.
It's not too
bad.
bad. It's
I don't know.
really a question
Depends
of
on
if
how hard you
they're,
go.
if they're soaked. Yeah, like we played a show in Nantucket and those socks got thrown out because it was
Yeah.
so hot this summer and we were playing out there and their AC had broken the thing. I have never, I sweat profusely on stage. Like I'm
Well,
always
you're
soaked.
an animal on
I'm
stage, though,
soaked.
too.
But this was unreal. My shoes felt like I had been jumping around in the puddles. Like it was just I was like, oh, dude, these are this. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. We were literally
We almost
all
had
of
to
us
once
were like,
worn those shoes.
yeah, I almost had to
Throw
throw the
them,
shoes
toss
out. I think the shoes did get thrown out eventually. But yeah, it was just absurd. There was a lot of good times.
There's a lot of
sweaty
tricks
good
on the
times.
road to try to, because I use like Febreze scented garbage bags, so I kind of like keep my
All your shit together.
clothes that
Stink in one
needs to be
place.
cleaned in that bag, and it's amazing actually how well that works. But also just put dry clothes in there. Like if you have any doubt, leave it behind. That's kind of what I go, because there's 7 of us in a van.
Yeah.
And we're in this van for 2 months. Like this is our home, so
Yeah,
it's like
intimate.
Y'all
Once
are
it
tired, dude.
starts to stink, it can get bad.
Especially-
Yeah.
It can trigger.
Yeah.
It can trigger.
if
all
you're-
the things that are tight. Maybe there's a little like friction between
tell-
a couple there.
Yeah.
I mean, that smell could be the straw that broke the.
And on week 1, it's
beaver's
going to be
back.
fine. But week 7, the beaver's back. It's getting a little sore.
The biggest thing is like how hot it is where you're touring. Like if you're like up, like in like moderate temperatures up in like, like if you're up in like Seattle and stuff, it's chill. But then when you're down in like Key West or, like
it's bad.
it's
Yeah,
like,
it gets
the
real
van
slow.
is
Can
is
get
living,
swampy. Can get a little
It's-
swampy.
It's,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
moist.
It's moist.
But,
That's a good way to put it.
I believe it. I mean, there's a bunch of you guys. Like it's how many?
How many-
There's
how many are on
7 or
tour right
8?
now?
6 in the band, and then we've got Morgan with us who's doing like video. merch and driving.
But
too,
like
kind of
that's a
thing.
lot. Like even
It's a
when
lot.
we've traveled a lot with other people, but it's like when you're more than 4, it's
It's
a
a
lot.
party.
even everything,
It's
just like going to
and
like
even
get a
one
meal,
more.
whatever.
5 is a lot of people.
Yeah.
6 is way too many.
Yeah.
7's a lot. And now
That's
you're
true.
like going, guys.
One for every color
Everybody's
of the rainbow.
gotta like not stink. That's like a minimum. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But it's
yeah.
like it grows like the
it's like only Canadians could do this, possibly. Like,
I mean, they're because
Yeah.
they're
no, because
they're nice enough.
they
They're nice
apologize
enough.
just
they're
enough.
We
to
do-
get
we
everybody.
do apologize.
The whole
Oh,
van is a group.
sorry.
just-
Yeah. A lot of
I'm just
stories, a lot of
I had to give-
stories.
I had to give
Yeah.
one of them.
Well, and there is, you're it's an intimate scenario, so everyone's gotta kind of like play ball and you gotta wash up when you can.
I think we've gotten quite good over time, and it's just like even keeping the stuff in the van is looking pretty good right now. I mean, for 7
What's her
weeks.
name, Winona?
Iona,
Iona,
named
Iona.
after our grandma, Iona Thoen. So
Yes.
she's rolling with us, and man,
Yeah.
we just
Shout out to
clocked
Iona.
300K. 300,000 kilometers. So miles.
Oh,
yeah,
kilometers.
Yeah, kilometers.
300,
So,
so
Kilometers.
we're
So
like
it's not that
we're
far.
at like
so only
100
like 80,000 miles. No,
I think it's 135,000 miles or 150 miles.
no, it
don't
would
know.
be more than that because a
Maybe
mile
more.
is 1.6. Wait,
Nobody cares.
Nobody knows.
we don't know.
This is why we
Can
came
we
up
don't
with
know.
it to confuse everybody. This is so
kilometers and miles. All I know is that it's 6.6.
If anyone knows, call
60
in.
miles
Yeah, call in.
is 100 kilometers. So it's 0.6.
But it was a cool milestone when we hit that, and I was like, man, I got to start collecting because we have so many photos. This van has been like a part of us since 2019, and like
it's almost hard to part with it. You know?
well,
It's like-
I mean, it is, and
Yeah.
we put a new transmission in it last year, and she's just been really solid. Really
Yeah, she
reliable
takes
unit.
care
We've
of us.
never missed a show because of Iona.
That's very true.
We've
That's a
missed
pretty damn
one
good
show
Yeah.
because of
An airplane. Two airplanes.
yeah. What was the airline?
Sacramento?
Let's get them. No.
It was WestJet got us,
Yeah,
and then
WestJet,
and
Air Canada
then
got us.
and then Alaska Air got us too. It was like
Yeah.
kind of we got hit by a couple.
But Iona's never let us
Iona
down,
gets
and
us
she's
there
just
when we need to.
she's a solid unit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But speaking of that video, it's crazy, man, because that like video that we did with Parks, we were just talking about like the batting average of these things. We've put out like 4 or 5 of them, and almost all of them have ended up getting like close to 1 million views, which is crazy. The one got like 2 million, and it's crazy how many people will come up to us, especially because that song we had did it to is called "Piece of My Heart," and I had so many people coming up going like, dude, I found you guys from that video with Parks Bonifay, and you were like surfing behind the boat and the song and the thing. And I'm just like, that's so wild to me that like a video can like get someone out to a show. Like you don't think of it like that, but it's just, you never know what the gateway drug to the, the good times is. And that has been a gateway drug for a lot of people.
People love it, dude. It's good jams. And then like for the fact y'all actually rigged up, I mean, one, you overdubbed the music, but one of those was legit like
We were
soundtrack
doing it
to
live,
the
too.
thing.
Yeah,
Well,
we-
I think that
we
was the
did
one
a
you
few-
caught the
We
mic on.
underestimated how like loud the boat would be.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we should maybe just put something in, but the one
we
where
did a couple.
the one where Nate drops the mic is complete, just raw
That's full
audio.
live.
So
It's
you
full
guys,
live.
Dude, on the cuff, like you're going down, you chuck it back, you grab it, and then right on beat with a song without even a beat, dude, just
Back
love
in.
don't get it. You just dropped into it, dude. It was
amazing.
I actually thought that one was the one with the most viral potential, but
We
then
did. We
the
all thought
second one
that.
really slapped.
Yeah.
No. And it's like you were saying, like you got like people showing up to the shows at like saying, "Oh yeah, we saw you on the part."
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't think it takes much for somebody to want to go to a show, but like a lot of people, there's just so many different there's so much stuff out there that when you see something good like that, and even once you hear like. That song is honestly one of my favorite from you guys. Like that one's
thanks,
great.
man.
I love Chico. I love Good Times Guarantee.
bro.
But
He's
like,
been jamming it while he's
I've
been
been-
golfing all the time.
and I've been getting the boys on it because I play it. Yeah, and
Love it.
but anyways, that one's good, and you just watch the video and you're like, oh yeah, he's out there wake surfing with Parks and all this, but then you hear the music and you're like, this is a band I can get behind. Like it can go on the list because you need a little bit of, you can just hear a song sometimes and be like, it's not making the cut, but like you see a little bit of the personality with a good song, you're like, that's going in the repertoire for sure. Like,
Nice.
but I love
Cheers,
it.
baby.
I love the.
Cheers to that.
No,
Yeah.
Cheers to
I've
that.
been playing
He's
it.
past Shane's fucking qualifications of
That's
No,
it, man.
it's good, and like Park said, I've been jamming it while I'm golfing. I go Pandora. A lot of people have moved past Pandora. People are on Spotify or Apple. I still go Pandora because I like wanting new stuff.
Bringing
like,
you the
for
new
sure.
vibes.
But
I like that.
It's Bombargo, Pandora, and then I get a few other songs that come in and
Yeah.
hit.
Totally.
But then one comes in, and I'm like, oh yeah, the boys are back on. Like,
Well,
Boys
dude,
are
Hey,
back.
wait, real quick, kind of like where did what's the whole like? Give us a little Wikipedia on Bombargo right now. Like, where's the name come from? Where you from? Like, how, like, because you two are brothers.
We're brothers.
It's
Yeah.
another brothers banter, by the way.
Oh, another
Yeah,
brother.
yeah.
This is the fourth one.
Double
Fourth
brother
one.
banter.
Double brother
We've done a few
banter. It's kind of
double-
like double ups, double or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Always
Good plug. Always better.
I'll let Nate give the quick backstory
Yeah,
on,
so
on
me
this.
and Spenny, we started the band
Spencer
like
is,
Spencer Chiliak, lead guitar.
guitar.
And we started the band about 10 years ago was when we kind of first met. And then we kind of started it quite slow, like would write some songs here and there. And then, we jammed for a bit and then I'd like go travel for a while. I went on this like camper van trip. He like went to Europe and Asia. And then like, we kind of like, we're taking it pretty as like a hobby at the beginning.
Most bands, I think,
At like
start
most
like that,
bands,
you
just
know?
kind of like having
Passion
fun,
project,
playing tunes,
yeah.
passion project. And then, we kind of like would play the odd show in Saskatoon. And then we did a couple tours in Western Canada, and then it kind of just started like we had a few crazy things happen where it started like kind of feeling like it was like, oh, maybe we could like do this for like a living. And it was kind of wild. We like kind of went through a couple different people came and went, and then we had Sammy and Connor and Matt, actually Sammy's brother, joined kind of all at the same time for this big show we were playing.
Sammy's our bass player, and then
Connor's our saxophone player.
Connor Newton, who's on
and then
sax
we always had a drummer kind of coming and going until we met Neil, and then Neil's been our like go-to guy. And before Neil, actually, I had asked Tony to join the band, and Anthony had played in a rock and roll band before called Black Vienna.
And you're like, I ain't playing in my brother's fucking band for a little bit.
I was for a little bit, and then I was working in San Francisco for a while, and then I was in Bali and doing some work, and I met Nate, and he was in Bali. And it was like my birthday, and this is when like Bombargo, like the wheels really started to turn, and I'm like,
you both just happened to be in Bali.
Yeah, we were both brothers.
It was random. So like. And it was it was my birthday, or was it your birthday?
It was your birthday, but our birthday's like 6 days apart.
I'm like, so we like.
So it was both of our
We're
birthdays.
together. We're like laying in a hotel room bed together, like the Death Cab for Cutie song.
Yeah, kids in the hotel bed.
And Nate's just like, man, I think the band's really taken off. It's like, I don't think I could do it without you, man. Like, I think you should come back and join. And I'm like, fuck it, man. I'll quit my job and let's start from zero.
Yeah.
And I don't regret it at all, man. It's been such a blast. I mean,
it was already Bombargo.
It was already Bombargo. It's always been Bombargo. It's been like a couple little iterations, but this crew, like I'd say that we've been all swinging at it for about 5-6 years now. And then COVID took a little dent of just we couldn't tour for a minute there. We couldn't come down to the U.S.
Some people can't make it, and so you fill in a couple like
the
you have to roll with the punches a little bit.
Yeah, but like this is pretty much our do or die crew. Like we play a lot of shows. Like last year we did 103 shows I think in the U.S. and Canada, and then this year. Going to be pretty close to the same. We've been trying to cut back. We've been touring too much of it, but man,
like
it's just
80.
It's too good.
You end up getting out there, and the booking agent books you this run, and he's like, "Oh, we got this thing right on this side, and then we got this thing on the other side of it," and then all of a sudden we're like, "Holy shit, we're going to be out here for 2.5 months."
When you're looking at it at like a spreadsheet, you're like, "Oh yeah, well, I mean that makes sense, right? Like let's just keep that going. Like that leads into that nicely, and then that leads into that nicely, and then all of a sudden you're just like, man, like we're not even
home till Christmas.
I'm not complaining. It's fun. That's like the running joke, right? It's like, well, we told our moms we'd be home for Christmas, like, and we will be, but like,
but we're gonna fill out.
We're gonna be back in like mid-December now.
But it's been kind of crazy to watch it all because like when we had at one point like 500 monthly listeners on Spotify, and Spenny and I put this tune out, Mr. No Good. And that song ended up just kind of like popping off on Spotify, and our listeners went up to like almost 50,000. And just organic, like didn't put a penny behind it, released it on TuneCore, like literally just like a plug and play that anyone can use. And it just sort of took off, and we were like, holy shit. And then it was kind of like coming down, and we were just watching it like, whoa, this is wild that this happened. And then Taylor Swift made this playlist called Songs Taylor Loves, and she put the tune on the playlist.
That's really cool.
Which was absurd. And we're sitting in Saskatoon, like eating noodle bowls, hanging out. And then we get like a text being like, hey, did you see your songs in Taylor Swift's Spotify playlist? And we're just all like laughing, like someone's fucking with us. Like this can't be real. And then I get like 2 or 3 more texts. I was like, so there must be like a glitch or something. I go on my phone, I'm looking, and sure enough, there's this playlist, like songs Taylor loves, and then I'm like looking, it's like...
And it was Mr. No Good?
Yeah, there's like Ed Sheeran, Camila Cabello, like big pop stars on this list. I'm like, there's no way. And then I'm like, oh my God, we're on there.
Basically
Bombargo.
like all big pop stars.
Yeah, we were the only
We thought it was like a
band
glitch or like a typo. Like, oh, did she make a mistake?
Even then,
like what's happening here?
Did she think of like Bombarga? Or
She must have meant Bombarga. I don't know what happened.
It's like some intern. Like,
and even then, I still was like, maybe this is like Spotify made a thing, or who knows, whatever. And I go on her Instagram, and she's like, hey guys, I just made this like playlist of all my favorite songs right now. Like, go give it a listen. I was just like, this is crazy. Like, it was absolutely absurd. So that was one of those just kind of like crazy moments. And we've had a few of those throughout the years, and we just keep, swinging for the fences and cruising around.
I mean, there's very few people I've showed your music to. I wouldn't even say very few. I don't think I've showed it to anybody, but like people love it immediately. Like there is like a thing. It's like a positive. No, but it's a positive vibe. It's got this thing.
I know what you're saying, Ted. I know what you're saying.
There's
You haven't
very
shown
few
it to
people-
anyone that hasn't liked it. That's
When
what you
I
meant
say
to
very few, I mean like a whole bunch. No, but like no,
very
it's
few
like,
people
I
that
haven't
hate
shown it to anyone at all, actually, now that I think about it.
No, I don't know why I say very few, but it's like everybody I show it to does
know
love
it. We
it.
know-
So
we know
yeah,
what you're
yeah.
saying.
I
That's so
love
funny.
it. I love it.
I mean, I have a few friends that are just only into death metal. That they're
Yeah,
like, yeah, it's a
badass.
little.
That's
I'm
going to
just
be a
joking.
tough
I'm just
sell.
joking.
That's going to be a tough sell for our account.
No,
Yeah.
No, just joke.
Little redo, Bombargo death metal edition.
But yeah, man.
I mean, I'd be into it.
Financials aside, when y'all tour, like despite what, dude, seriously, I feel like y'all putting in just the more people that see y'all, like I said, dude, y'all's music and just y'all's live, y'all are so damn good live.
The
I feel like,
enthusiasm.
dude, it's fucking infectious, dude, and like anyone who sees them will like tell their friends kind of like shit, except for Shane. But like everyone else, no, but like everyone will like you. This is the one that you wake up, you go wherever the next day, and you like tell someone about this band that you saw live. Maybe not. I mean, it can blow up on Spotify too. But like, dude, seeing y'all the way y'all's live show is like, it's one of a damn kind, dude.
We're
Thank you,
definitely
man.
a live band, and I think that when we, like we put on the same show, like we aim to put on the very same show that we would to like 100 people or 10,000 people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
your wedding was a prime example. You know what I mean? Like that was like an epic party.
1,000 Ewoks.
And,
Yeah, dude.
I feel like there's so much in the music business that you don't have that much control of. Like I think you can put some stuff on Instagram and get lucky, and that's like an important part of it. Or you can put stuff on Spotify and something again lucky will happen. But I feel like the constant is like if you go to a club and just
Keep swinging,
absolutely burn that show down.
Don't leave it up to the
People
algorithm.
will, people will talk about it, and we've never gone to a city and like there've been less people the next time we've came. You know, I think that like
That's
that's
really
something
cool.
that
Which is
like
pretty
you
crazy.
can kind of
Pretty
rely.
cool.
I feel like you can, but it's also a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, but it's
fun.
like building it brick by brick in its own way too. And then, we'll get some lucky things where all of a sudden, a bunch of millions of people see that video and you get a, new flow of fans, but it's all this
like
kind
brick
of like
by
cool.
brick too, not like
Yeah.
wood, not like you like as y'all is building this. I feel like they're lifetime fans, and as long as y'all get out there and like see them, like it's going to continue.
Yeah, this
to,
is
like, grow.
this is
And
a
it's
brick house.
I mean, you can
No wolves
a
blowing
lot
this
of people
thing
like
down at the end.
have a song that goes out there, blows up, and you can do one tour for like 1 or 2 years, and then when your fans go out, the gear you made it out of
Yeah.
straw.
Yeah.
And it was really tall, but it was like it'll burn. It can.
It can burn.
You're
it's
right.
going to make it. Like
You're
y'all-
right, man.
The way y'all are going about it, y'all have started small and you've been at it for a while.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, it's
And-
cool to see that.
And I even feel like at House of Blues tomorrow, you said you're opening up for I forget
Alan
who said
Stone
it.
and Wright.
Right.
Killer.
But
Incredible
I guarantee
artist,
you,
yeah.
those dudes love you guys opening up for them because you get the crowd
So
into
engaged.
it. They are
Yeah.
already
good
engaged.
point.
It's like so infectious. Like, but it's they. I'm sure that they are like this is a great band to start it because now we don't have to warm them up. They are already feeling
we're-
it.
we're
And they're
def-
in a good frame of mind. It's a positive, like it's this vibe. And
Yeah.
then they're like, I think it's really
I
cool.
feel like we've done we've done 4 shows with Uncle Al and Ripe over the last one, and then we did the cruise with them too. But I feel like the vibe is very much like but I mean all of their fans like in the room are such great people. We play the set and then we like talk with like hundreds of people and
we're
are
fans
hype-
of their
yeah.
music too, so it's just like we're stoked to be there because we're just taking in the shows as well, and it's been a good crossover. Speaking of like listening to Pandora Radio and stuff, like they're both artists that kind of like will pop up in our
in
like
that same
kind of
genre.
recommended zone, so it's fun. Like we've even had people that are there that come up to us and be like, oh my God, I know your guys' music. I didn't know you're called Bombargo, but you're on my playlist. And when you started playing, I like recognized it. So it's been kind of crazy. Like we've had definitely some fans coming up, but also like, it's like good to get in front of people that like, that literally know you, but don't know you yet. They're like, I knew your songs. I didn't know Bombargo. So it's kind of cool to
You know them after that, huh?
Yeah, totally. So it's been a lot of fun. They're amazing bands to run with. We've been having a blast.
Well, let's. I think this is a good time to give away. Let's give
Let's definitely give away.
We got the Good Times Guarantee album that we're gonna have the band sign.
We're gonna do a signed copy of this puppy. This is also a brand new Tony.
I don't know if I brought
this whole thing.
I don't know if I brought a Sharpie in.
We'll sign it with the band after.
The rest of the band's out there, anyways. And I wanted to see this. I wanted to open it.
Baby blue, first time.
Look at that.
With the birds are flying on that thing.
That is a beautiful record right there.
We're pumped on this one. This has got a lot of tunes on it that we're really stoked on. So this is it could be yours for the win.
This is
And we're going to give away a shirt.
We got a shirt too.
Oh yeah.
It's our Disco Surf Rodeo.
Right beside you, Parks, I think. Boom. Disco Surf Rodeo. Shirt.
Bam.
Designed
Size
by
large.
an incredible Brazilian artist.
Yuri from Brazil.
People are already.
Shout out to Yuri.
We were talking about it before, but like this graphic.
Hundreds of thousands of people listening right now live.
Incredible. We're getting the calls are rolling off the charts here.
Yeah, we're going to.
But
It's hard to get to them.
Yeah, that graphic turned out so cool. The T-shirt is
So
just
good.
epic.
Yeah,
But the
Yuri's
Disco
so
Surf Rodeo, I feel like it's been my favorite like tour theme, or like tour name so far. We've had the Good Time Guarantee tour, the Stay Groovy tour, but the Disco Surf Rodeo was just such a random, or not random. It's very calculated.
I know
We did a lot of very calculated.
But it is three things that you merge together and you
Exactly.
go. I don't think it's. How can you hear those three words and go, I don't want to be there?
Yeah, exactly. There's something for everyone.
We kind of like a lot of times people dress up a bit groovy for our shows, and that was kind of just happening organically. So with the Disco Surf Rodeo, we wanted to somewhat encourage it. So we were doing best dressed awards. So we kind of like, bring your tassels, bring dress up surfies, dress up disco, dress up rodeo, cowboy, like whatever you want, kind of just come.
A mix of all three.
And so we've had all these folks coming, but I think when we posted one of the videos, Paige was like, "Did you guys raid Parks' closet for this one?"
I mean, I find it insane that all three of those words are so different individually, but somehow that Disco Surf Rodeo sounds so appealing.
Really ties the room together.
Pulls it together.
Like a rodeo doesn't go with surf. That's too different. Disco doesn't go with surf. Disco and rodeo, but like a disco surf rodeo.
That's why we had
so much fun.
We had to visually illustrate what we're talking about.
Yeah. Shout out to Spencer for coming up with the concept of surfing on a horse on a thing. That's what we told Yuri, the amazing artist.
The Disco Surf Rodeo has been such a good time that we're actually taking it to Europe.
We are.
Let's shout out to
First European tour ever. If you're listening in Europe, tell your friends we're going to be.
We're going to be in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Denmark. The Netherlands, the UK. There's some stuff that we're still working out there, but we got a lot of dates in and around those areas. Late January through February. I'm so excited because it's
been a long time dream.
Yeah. We've always dreamed of touring, internationally. I mean, U.S. is internationally, I guess. We're Canadian, but
don't tell
Europe.
But going across the pond is a little different.
Yeah, you kind of win by default on that one. But the European tour is kind of sick. Like that's a whole bunch of logistics. You got y'all getting a van.
We're renting a van.
Yeah,
we're figuring out what side of the roads each country drives on, figuring out which side of the thing we want the driver's side to be on. So it's been a lot of like logistics planning. We got a team that's helping us a bit, but then we're also doing it pretty DIY, like figuring it all out.
Yeah, we're gonna be lean and mean over there.
Cool. Europe's amazing. I love Europe. Everybody over there is always so cool, so like accommodating. They are like really good. Like
the originals.
I'm gonna tell some of my friends over there, like Nico and a few other wakeboarders in Germany.
Did Shane just come out? Shane just came out saying he's going to tell someone about Bombargo.
Hey, make some noise!
But we know
for the first time ever.
Right. No, I want Nico
to Shane's defense, Shane wanted to keep this shit all to
himself.
It's kind of sick when you fucking get healed.
You don't know these guys.
When I vouch for you, it's a big thing.
Go, who is this band?
I knew them a long time.
You wish one day I'll tell you.
I knew
play your cards right before you play your cards right.
Well, let's give it away, Shane.
Yeah.
Let Nate Dogg hit that.
We got the spin to win.
Are you Shane?
Hold on, I'm not recording.
That's what I was going to say. Shane's got
to record.
Screen record. Also, shout out to all the Patreon subscribers, right?
Yeah, Top Shelf Patreon members become a Top Shelf Patreon member, and you get your name on the wheel, and you can win this.
Boom.
Yeah.
So make sure to get in for the next one, guys.
And we were telling you guys earlier last episode, or we had the Reed and Trevor Hansen brothers on, and they brought us these giant gator.
This is what we
heads.
gave away.
Dude.
Robbie
These
Allen
gator
won this last week.
that
Yeah, he
thing.
gave us that for the studio.
Unreal.
Yeah, so it's Patreon members are getting good prizes around here. So
Man, those would be tough to give away. They really pulled the room together here.
yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
we might
that
need
one's
some more
going.
gators.
That one's staying. The white one's staying.
All right, you guys ready here?
Yeah, let's
drum
give it a
roll,
go.
Tony. Let's get a little one going. Spin.
Here we go.
Oh, I'm seeing some good names in here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Harris
Bros. I
Hey.
didn't get that.
Yeah. Josh and Brandon Harris, they combined as a Top Shelf Patreon
Another
member.
brother.
For a
Dude.
brother.
Yeah.
session
We got
here.
it. We got a triple
Triple or
double brother.
nothing.
That
Yeah.
was a whole lot of brothers right now, dude.
That's a lot
no
of
doubt.
brothers
And
here.
they're twins. They're professional wakeboarders.
They're awesome.
No.
great guys. They
No
love
way.
these
Harris
boys.
Bros. This
Yeah.
one's coming to you. We'll get you guys
Yeah.
out to a show too if we're
Damn,
near
dude.
where you live.
Yeah.
Where are these
We'll
guys
throw
at?
that in.
Do
Just
you know
come
where
over
they're-
and come pick it up. Come hang out.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
close.
are they in Florida?
What's that? Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
they're not
maybe
too
We'll be
we'll
far.
on
see
the
y'all
boat
at the show.
tomorrow.
We can
Come
win
on
some
out.
free tickets too.
No, but I
Hell
do.
yeah.
I honestly do. I have a record player at home. I do want this album, and I want to be able to.
Done, brother. Consider it done, Shane.
We got you, Shane.
Now, here's something that I've been wanting to talk about.
Break it
is
down, Nate.
The Bonifay Bombargo Bonanza. We've been talking. We've been talking about this. There's been whispers. I've been hearing them in the grapevine. You know, people are like, "What is that? Is that happening?" And basically, we've talked about this like once or twice.
Yeah, I've heard it in the
but
lakes,
my
the
dream is
streets.
this like idea of a floatcella type of like festival where we get a pontoon boat stage of sorts. We get some speakers and we pick a bay or some zone or a lake and maybe right here. And we bring, everyone brings the boats in, some floaties, and we set up and it's like on the lake or like lake adjacent kind of on a beach and play it, have a little mini festival.
What if it was pretty much that, except we tow y'all stage, but all the bands like what we did on the last one, we were like cruising through the canals, and like we were playing, we would go past people, and they would just turn around and start following us.
Yeah.
Ooh, like a parade.
Yeah, so
Some
now,
big
yeah, we do
parade.
like a
Pushing
parade.
parade.
Yeah, and then everyone's just kind of like,
I
guess,
knew we had to
someone's-
riff on this. I knew there was
The
some ideas to be
Bombargo
had.
Bonifay Banter Bonanza
Parade.
Parade.
It
Bonanza
sells
boat
itself. It sells itself. I think it's
Really
a no-brainer.
rolls off the tongue.
It really does.
It's a lot of syllables, but it works. It's somehow
It's
just
really-
like,
Bombargo,
expensive
Bonifay Banter,
screen
Bonanza, boat parade.
yeah. I mean, it's no disco surf
we'll get there,
rodeo,
Teddy.
but
Yeah. We're gonna figure that out.
No.
but
But
I'm
I
just
think
saying,
you're right. I think there is something to like
long as we don't
everyone
have-
pulling up. It is nice. Everyone can just gel. But people do love cruising.
Right.
And what concert can you like
Yeah.
constantly just
and
cover and
cruising
cover
concert.
down?
Nice-
And
nice
someone's
to
like,
be
hey,
trolling.
I'm gonna party for a little bit. You take the wheel.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound responsible.
No, I like
Drink responsibly when you're on boat.
Of course.
Absolutely.
I mean,
But it'd be
I
nice
beg
to
to
even be-
differ.
no-
Drink wild.
There
Well,
could be,
what
there
I've
could be some
also
people
thought-
surfing behind. Maybe we're trolling. You
Here's
know? You never-
another
not
crazy
catching
idea. We
anything
put an
without hooking.
FM
And maybe we
transmitter.
could stop sometimes.
Oh,
But
yeah,
maybe,
we'll stop it.
But maybe when it starts going, everyone's like, hey.
Well, what we
moving.
could do is there's
Well,
a little
that's cool 'cause
schedule. So it's like this is stage
We're
A,
gonna
stage
roll
B,
to
stage
here,
C.
hang
should
here
roughly
for a
be around
set.
here.
But in
Yeah.
between, there's going to be like a
That's
cruising
the
concert.
parade.
That's the parade
So
element.
we'll parade
You
to
tell 'em
then
what songs
float
you're gonna
here.
do.
Yeah.
We play some
These are the
tunes.
set list is
Then we
kind
do
of
another chill
geographically.
parade. We go to this chill spot. Then we play a few more tunes.
Yeah.
And then we parade over to the final spot.
And that's where we go. There's like a little bonfire on the beach, and kind of anyone can pull up for the
float-
final
Party at
end
Nicky
it up,
Bacon's.
end
final
it up.
countdown.
I
Yeah,
mean, it sounds incredible.
I
It
think
does
we
sound like a
think we
fun.
just troubleshooted the whole.
I think it's ready. Red Bull, if you'd like to sponsor,
Let
come
us
on
know in
in
the comments.
Yeah. Who's buying a ticket? Who would like to come? Also,
We'll
if we
take
had an
any
FM
sponsorships for it.
transmitter, we could have all the boats.
That's what we should
could
get.
tip into it.
in-
Now
That's
everyone's
it.
sound system's playing them live music that's coming out.
That's
You think there'd be a delay?
No, well,
We
because
might have to sync that up. There
used
is
to be
ways
this
to do
party that happened in Canada called the Decentralized Dance
that.
Party.
Shout out Decentralized Dance Party
Dude,
for those that know.
thousands of kids, university students would gather in a park with like boom boxes, and there would just be like these DJs that would have it on an FM transmitter, and
In
it
a
would be this
shopping cart.
moving party. So it would like start you know,
It just
somewhere
took over
and then-
public spaces, and there'd just be like thousands of people at a fountain, like
So many
partying.
glow
Then it
sticks.
like goes to this like random like gazebo by the
and
river.
it
and
was all powered by boomboxes on an
Boombox.
FM
That's cool.
transmitter.
It was
That's
amazing.
cool.
So we could
people-
we could apply that, but add
Add-
the
yeah.
boat, the
the
water,
element,
the
add
boats.
the water.
Yeah, there would be a thing of if you could sync everybody's tower speakers up to it, and it's just like
I
to
think
the
it's
point where
possible.
you almost
I
the
think FM
pontoon
is
that
no
you guys
delay.
are on.
I think
you're
it's
not
like
even.
everyone
there's- Yeah,
I think you're right.
I think it
Analog.
would. I think it would hit.
Analog.
Yeah.
And,
I'm in-
there's not enough analog stuff going down these days.
That's
Gotta
we need
bring
to
that
get back to that.
I mean,
Like catch the
I don't
right
know.
window.
Get off
Yeah,
your
yeah.
Yeah.
Shame
Never
on-
forget,
Yeah,
floppy
dude.
disk. Floppy disk. We went to a speakeasy called the Floppy Disk Repair Shop, and it was like this awesome little. Where was that? We were just there.
In Austin.
I just love the name because you're like walking
Yeah,
down
yeah.
the street, and if you see her, like floppy
It's totally
disk
just a
repair
bar inside.
shop.
There was,
What
it,
is
was,
that?
it wasn't even like floppy disk theme, and so it was just
No.
like a bar inside.
Just
but,
a front, but then you got to get the code, and you can go.
but yeah, I
in.
like it.
It's
I
just-
like
Sometimes
it.
a
It's
good
like
puzzling
ride the
name was
Yeah,
it's
it
just
made
all
me
you
go
need.
like, huh.
Me and Bear were like driving down the road where we did the Roanoke shootout in Hudson. Super like awesome, sketchy little place out there. Highway 19, shout out. But there's this building that just said internet surfing. And it was like just janky looking building. Internet surfing painted. Not there was no
Yeah,
electric
yeah, yeah.
in the internet. It was just like wait.
Internet searching.
Yeah, like-
So
Is
you
that-
just go there to get on the internet and like look at some stuff.
Just an old
Nice,
school internet
nice.
cafe. The old
But-
school
Yeah.
internet
But
cafe.
it was puzzling, and I'm still talking about it
Yeah.
to this
And
day.
it still works.
Dude,
It
Good
got
one.
you.
It's a good one.
Is there
Yeah,
any
I
more
like it.
beers?
We gotta be.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
gotta be.
Come
We
on,
gotta
who
be.
needs a beer?
Let's take a little. Let's take a
needs a
look.
beer?
Yeah, we'll get you a beer. Let's
Oh,
take
right
a little
here,
pee
right
break
here.
real quick.
Sure, sure.
Right? Where do we stand on
Oh my
that?
god, I love it.
That's a 10 out of 10.
See?
And we're back. I
And
feel
my
like
goodness.
Quagmire just walked in the room.
Right? It is like
Really? Anybody but Quagmire.
No,
It's Quagmire.
it definitely has a little
Very
Family
classic.
Guy vibe
It's nice,
to it.
man.
Yeah, but
Nice.
it's good. It's
Little
good.
cutaway. Little cutaway.
It's been a topic on the conversation.
Well, cheers, boys.
Cheers,
We
boys.
just-
We're back
Cheers.
with
We
fresh
are back.
beers.
We're back
We
live.
just
fresh
gave away.
beers.
We just gave away the vinyl
Yeah.
and the T-shirt,
That's right.
and
One thing I want to tell you guys. I mentioned it earlier, but it was the bonfire.
Oh,
The
yes.
bonfire at
Oh, yeah.
Parks' wedding. So these guys did a show. They already did
don't
the
downplay this
receptions.
show. This fucking show.
No, but they did the reception and everybody had a blast.
They did their
And we
little
all
show.
and the wedding's like I don't want to say dying down because there was still 30 or 40 people at the bonfire. Like it was a big bonfire.
But
and
there
we're all
was a
hanging out.
3-hour gap.
There was a 3-hour gap, and it was, but we're all just hanging out at the bonfire. And you boys pulled out instruments again. Guitar came out, and it was just bonfire music. But you came in with, it was so good that like you were walking around and getting people. It was like even if it was a simple like Sweet Caroline song or whatever,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like. But
It
you
wasn't
got
that, but
everybody.
it was really good stuff.
No,
It was
I
really
think
good
what-
stuff.
I feel
way-
like we
I
might have
believe
done
the
Sweet
way-
I think
Caroline
we
at
did.
one point.
But I think
know.
it was the
We may
vibe
have.
of you getting and making eye contact with people and getting them into it, and everybody starts singing and doing the sing along stuff, and
That
it
was
was this
awesome.
whole thing that I literally sat back.
Fucking Nate's jumping over the fire. All of a sudden, they cut to like a saxophone part, and then
Yeah.
Rootin' Tootin' just comes.
Yeah.
Connor just comes like walking in between like a chair gap out of the woods,
Out of
into the
the-
dark
yeah,
woods.
yeah,
And
out of
starts
the
dancing.
darkness.
Everyone's like, "What the?" What?
Yeah, it was.
Doing this on his own volition, or was he
Shane, I
summoned?
remember Shane goes, "They've had to practice that shit around." The camp."
No, I was astonished, and I honestly
All
sat back.
choreographed.
I was
And
sitting back.
I don't know if they really. I mean, they're
No.
from Canada. They know their way around
Yeah.
a campfire. I give them that.
No,
No.
That
We
was,
had-
that was free balling, boys.
we had
that
several
was good times.
We had
Good
several campfire rehearsals.
yeah, like
We had it, set up there. We even we were in the
Connor,
woods
Q
for
Connor.
it.
Connor Q, coming in, blow the minds,
blow
Connor.
the miners. No, and honestly,
Bird is in the sky.
there was a lot of great parts to the wedding, but that one sticks with me very deeply because I was like the way you came in and did it, and it was so beautiful, and
Yeah.
everybody felt involved and was like there. It was crazy.
Well, like Shane was
I
saying,
loved it.
like what it was is because like I feel like everyone like when y'all were playing at the reception, everyone like fell in love with you then, and
Yeah.
and then after like 2.5-3 hours later, where everyone's just hanging around the fire, like listening to a speaker in between songs. All of a sudden, one guitar leads to 2 guitar leads to like the saxophone, and then you walking around the fire.
Your enthusiasm.
It was just like, and everyone.
I
feel like everyone at that point was just like.
Yeah,
already hook, line, sinker, just like it was really.
And you want to join in because everybody's singing and everybody's doing this, and it's all part of this thing. And so you're like, and it gets to that point where you're like, but you made it. It wasn't like it wasn't a moment of y'all trying to play again and do another show. It was like, this is for all of us. Like, let's all do it. And I was like, I felt very incorporated, and I was like, this is amazing. And I was like,
it was that Radar love too, just coming off the lake, man. Like that place is one of the more magical. Yeah, that cover was so needed. That was so good. Yep. We did learn that for the wedding. We didn't know that. I mean, I love that song like with all my heart. I have a core memory of us like on Dad's boat back in the day.
I didn't request one song, but
love on
playing it.
And it was epic.
My favorite was your song, Parks.
Dude, Dragonfly Wings. Let's have a moment for that. I don't know if we can cut to any of that, but like Parks wrote this beautiful song for Paige. And for those that don't know what a dragonfly goes through, like first and foremost, a dragonfly can fly in any direction. They're like an absolute like anomaly in Mother Nature. They can go anywhere, backwards, forwards. They're like the helicopter of the sky. But also the dragonfly has this magical, like everyone knows the butterfly story, but the dragonfly has a wild journey of evolution where it is initially like a sea creature bug thing that looks so wild. And then it's like underwater living for so long. And then eventually like just pops out and very quick, like in like a day, becomes a dragonfly. Like it's like a rapid expansion. So he has this beautiful song for Paige. And we basically took it and kind of put our little spin on it and turned it into a wedding song. And it was
y'all pretty much like redid it like really good because y'all could actually
your lyrics,
that was our first
your
dance.
melody.
But your lyrics, your melody, and like
I do love y'all.
We just added some salt on it, but it was
we kind of Elvis Presley swinged it a little bit.
We gave it a little Elvis Presley
swing. Gave it a little bounce.
It was the perfect first dance.
Or is that a waltz?
No,
it's a little bit of a waltz. Yeah.
So Parks. Even before the wedding, I think you did play it for me. I think it was after one of the podcasts early on. You were like, hey, so I wrote this, and you played it, or even like played me the song of it. And I was like, man, it is such a cool, the lyrics are really good.
Yeah.
But it was the thought process behind it is amazing.
The meaning of the song.
And then Parks was like, yeah, that's our first dance song. And I was like, that's cool. And then you guys played it and elevated it like crazy, and it was just so good. It was such a. It was I loved it.
I couldn't hold it. I was
you were a little crybaby, dude. You were like a little
ribs on that one, dude. That was hard. That was, if anyone could have held it together, I don't think you're human at that point. That was so good, man. I mean, the whole wedding was so magical.
I was crying a lot in that wedding. I wasn't you. I was tearing up, man.
Dude, I told Paige.
It was so meaningful it was just such a beautiful,
gorgeous day. It was truly a gorgeous day. And I married some friends of mine in Encinitas when I met Bear, actually. And I told her that I stole one of her lines because I thought it was so beautiful. And it was, people say that marriage is really hard. But she's like, but I don't buy that. I think that life is hard. And that's why you have to choose like the perfect person to like go through this journey with. And I was just sitting there like, oh my God. And so I used that when I was married to good friends of mine, and I'd never married anyone before. And that like again erupted.
Oh, really?
Erupted. Yeah, got to do. I was telling everyone, I was like, that's my girl Paige. She came up with that one.
It was an amazing wedding.
Radar Lake too. Can we shout out to Herb?
Yep.
Bro, that story, like for me, one of my favorite highlights was literally cruising, like moonlight cruise on the golf cart, going out to the spring, kind of hearing the whole story of Radar Lake. And you maybe talked about it on the pod before, but like,
we haven't got
what
super
a
deep
beautiful tale that place exists, man. Like the fact that like. Yeah, for those that don't know, it's this like private ski lake. I don't want to talk. I do. Everyone knows like the tale of Radar Lake.
It's almost better.
I don't want to give you the verbatim of the tour that I gave you, but you're right. Like you know, you get going on the golf cart at the right time of night and you cruise up there and then it's quiet. You hear the spring, man.
It's just
and you just think about like what Herb kind of like did to like kind of build that
to tap
from
that spring and
rolling the dice on
and
that
then
spring.
like 40,
man.
50 years later, we're getting married up here. It's just like, it's crazy
Yeah.
the chances he took to build that place and like,
Man,
what it
and then
became.
fast and what it became and how we're all up here with a good group of friends. Like,
Yeah,
it was-
because
Yeah,
any wakeboard fan, and we know that 90% of our listeners are massive wakeboard
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah,
they
of course.
know or have heard of the Radar Lake scenario or the story, and they're like, it's just a magical thing
Yeah.
of what it provided water skiing and wakeboarding
Dude,
from
totally.
a spot that shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Like that usually doesn't happen like in Seattle
Yeah.
where there's just this guy that's like, I'm turning this into a mecca for us. And it became such a crazy good spot that
Yeah.
they've done wakeboard videos. Parks got married out there. There's been
Yeah.
so much that's happened at that property. It's almost like I don't want to say like a Lambeau Field, but it's like it's
Yeah, it
this
has that.
thing
it's got
that
that,
it's
man.
like it is integral to the whole sport.
And the
it's-
solidarity.
it's
of,
the holy grail of lakes
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
I like to call
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
it's the
and
yeah.
the
This
solidarity
is je
of
ne sais
like
quoi.
I
that,
felt
that almost got bought, like I remember that story. I think Bear was telling me at some point that like Bill Gates, because
there's been some big offers coming in.
yeah,
trying
some
to swoop
big
that
offers
place
because
up.
Microsoft is like right near there or something. They had like something nearby or whatever, and was like, I want to buy this thing blank check style, and like it's
Nope.
not for sale. It's not for sale. And I
Yeah,
was
it's
like, just
legendary.
goosebumps. Like, dude, that is the most gangster thing. Like, if it, no one can say they've been offered like that much of like, and then
I mean,
you
I
said
can
no.
I can promise you, if I owned that lake and Bill Gates was like blank check,
Yeah,
I'd be
blank
like,
check.
fucking
You're
let's
like,
go,
see you
dude.
later, man. Love you, Lake. But
Yeah.
but like,
It's like $3 million.
I respect. I
like
respect.
lowball the
It
shit
made
out
it
of it.
even more special knowing that like, wow, like
Yeah.
man, this still exists. And it was also really special for us because Tony and I grew up working at Propaganda. Shout out Propaganda, our local snowboard wakeboard shop in
Wake
PA,
shop in
Prince
Prince
Albert,
Albert,
Saskatchewan,
Saskatchewan.
where we grew up. And
Guys.
so we grew up working at Propaganda, and Adam Balone, the owner, absolute legend. There was a Propaganda sticker up in the garage because he had
In
gone
Radar
out there and
Lake,
skied
yeah, yeah.
with Trent. Finnison? I'm
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
remember
yeah,
Trent's
yeah,
last
yeah,
name.
he run- yeah.
Badass skier guy.
Yeah, he
skier.
runs. He's running radar right now.
Yeah,
Radar
yeah.
skis.
And so it was just like kind of a
I
full
mean, this
circle
whole thing,
moment
even
to see
meeting
it.
parks and stuff, like growing up, because Saskatchewan has it. Like we're from Prince Albert, Saskatchewan. Me and Nate grew up. The band started in Saskatoon, like the big
Where we
kind of
eventually
the big
moved.
city. But Saskatchewan has 100,000 lakes, so like wakeboarding is like wakeboarding, water skiing is kind of like a lot of people enjoy it up there,
Yeah,
and there's
after-
like
as long as you can in
so
those
it's
short
like the
summers.
amount
So that's
of,
where
like, when
Rusty,
we,
yeah,
we were
Rusty's
down in,
from, right? Rusty
exactly.
Malinowski.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
I
shout
was
out to
just-
Rusty, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Prairie Boys.
Rusty's been on.
What a legend.
Rusty sat in your seat
Dude,
before.
no
He was here.
way.
Yeah.
I thought this chair felt nice.
He probably
up.
bottomed that thing out. He probably ruined it.
But
No.
yeah, there's so many homies like that I grew up like snowboarding with and skateboarding with, and it's like my buddy, just being like, "Holy smokes, you're hanging with Parks! Like
There's
you're on his
still-
boat
I
and
get
shit."
so
We're like,
many
"Yeah, man,
texts.
it's
I get so
it's
many texts
wild
of
that,
dudes just like
we're
blowing their
yeah,
minds.
we're
Like, I still
homies.
can't believe you're hanging at Parks' house right
I
now.
know.
This is
Yeah,
crazy.
there is.
So they weren't
you're
like.
well loved in Saskatchewan, brother.
So
So
they
they hate y'all.
they weren't Shane
No.
fans or
No,
like,
they
where-
love Shane.
just joking.
Hey, sorry,
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. We all know. We all know.
we
We
don't-
all
I
know.
don't tell
Parks.
anyone
Shane, I
about
recall
Shane.
saying
They just
that.
didn't-
I don't tell
They were
anyone.
Shane, they were Shane fans. They just didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, you don't tell people that
They were
shit.
keeping those cards a little closer to their chest, but like they were totally
It
felt.
came full circle.
I
That's
think
hilarious.
your filmer actually, what's his
Morgan.
name? Yeah, Morgan. He said he helped Rusty's
Build.
family just build their cabin.
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there. He,
that's
he,
how
like,
small it
recently.
is, man.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, it is a small world, man. It was
Yeah,
kinda
Morgan
wild.
was building his folks' place, and I was telling him that at the wedding because I think that was the first time I actually met Rusty. But like, that's like a local legend right there, like
sure.
everyone knows Rusty
100%.
in
Totally.
Saskatchewan. So it's like,
And
yeah.
his brother was the snowmobile.
Robbie,
right?
yeah,
yeah,
Robbie,
yeah.
3 or 4 brothers. I can't.
And there were some
sorry, I can't
killer
remember.
snowmobilers in Saskatchewan too, man. Like it's there is. I mean, obviously we've got Mark and Craig McMorris from Saskatchewan too.
yeah.
There's some of the Red Bull
Come on,
family
really?
up there. The boys
Yeah.
love those dudes. Love seeing them crush it.
Yeah,
man.
it's wild how like being in a band has kind of connected us to you, and all of our skateboarding, snowboarding, and like wakeboarding growing up was just that just had nothing to do with it. I think it's like
Yeah.
so kind of cool how we became friends like
Yeah.
completely just
Not the- yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
the
like they were
unorthodox
just
way. Through
Yeah,
a
yeah.
different-
I
through the
actually
other
think
way,
it like
but-
made our connection stronger, like
sure.
more quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because we're just like had some overlap in interests, but it's just like we're not.
But for
You
us,
know.
that was the
Wakeboarding
first love.
always-
Like we grew up snowboarding. Like that was our number one thing. We had a
that's what I
little
was
hill
gonna
called
say,
Little
like-
Red, and we'd go there every day. Like that was
Yeah.
like 5
Yeah.
minutes from the
You
house.
boys rip. Like I've seen y'all snowboard. Y'all like fucking y'all shred, dude.
Well, Tony
And
used
so
to
when-
get free Capita boards. I'd get some free Rome snowboards.
Yeah,
and,
we were just-
we
Yeah.
made
We did-
videos, and we had our little crew.
telling
And we
you,
were
like,
making.
we'll
Nate and
show
I
some
did
clips
two,
right now,
two
dude.
like
Yeah.
full snowboard videos with riders like kind of like across Western Canada, mostly in Saskatchewan, but we had like TJ Schneider had some clips. We had like some
Yeah.
homies that like put some clips in through our kind of like friend network.
Did
and
one with Propaganda too,
and
Better
then,
Late Than Never, and so we just grew up like snowboarding.
we grew up,
was
photo like setting up
And we
generators
wakeboard a
at
bit,
night.
but to be
and-
honest, I got played so much. That's why I have
Yeah.
so much respect for wakeboarding
Yeah,
because
we-
I would
we
just
grew
get
up-
absolutely
yeah.
played.
We-
when
we grew
I
up-
got like 1 or 2 front threes over the wake and was like thinking like this is epic. Like I got this now, and then just absolutely hooked back
we-
heel edge, just knocked
yeah.
out, like
You're
full
taller
on.
now.
Yeah, nothing but respect for wakeboarding. It is harder than it looks.
He surf pretty damn good too. Like,
I like
dad
surfing.
had this
No,
Yeah.
but I've seen you at Ulu. I've seen some clips of you like pulling like you
Surfing
get
has
down
been
like
a
you actually
long
for,
and
for
love-
some Canadian fucking boys. They
Canadian prairie
As
boys.
a
Yeah.
Saskatchewan surfer, I think I'm okay. I'm
might
all right
be-
as a Saskatchewan.
You might be one of the
Intermediate
best, one of the best Saskatchewan
I put
surfers.
myself
So-
somewhere up there. There are some good prairie boarders. Actually, Mark's a pretty good
Prairie
surfer, man.
boarders.
Prairie borders.
Prairie
He's good.
borders.
Yeah.
No, that's
But yeah, we grew up loving snowboarding and then moved to Saskatoon where there was really like no snowboard hill.
Yeah.
Really at the time when we were living. So Nate and I started like this fundraising campaign and have built this like snowboard hill in Saskatoon now called
Y'all
Optimus Hill. Shout out
fundraised
Optimus
a
Hill.
fucking thing to build a snowboard
Yeah,
hill.
snowboard
Y'all
hill.
pulled it
Optimus
Which
Hill.
is
This is
wild.
so
It's been going like 5 years strong. Shout out to Optimus Hill. They're
Shout
blowing
out to
snow.
Optimus
They're
Hill.
blowing snow right now, so it might be open by the time we're home.
And that was kind of how we kind of got to know Mark and Craig more because they came and did a great fundraiser with us when it was like still just fully an idea. At that point, we had teamed up with Optimus, the Optimus Club in Saskatoon, and then Mark and Craig came and it was like December in Saskatchewan and we had no snow,
The
which
first
is
event.
absurd, like never not snow. And they're coming like 2 days before, like, what are we going to do? And then the city literally brought like truckloads of snow because it had snowed earlier. And when the city's like scraping the streets, they take some of the snow
the
out to this-
Zamboni?
Yeah, the Zamboni is doing the street. Kind of. And so they
Zamboni
take
ice.
it, and then they brought it all in like big ass semis because these usual like snow removal guys are just not working in December, which is rare. So they all had some time and we're like, oh, we're gonna come. They came
So
out,
they just dropped,
truckloads.
yeah, they just dropped truckloads, and then we had like 10 guys. We were there at like, because we were like Mark and Craig were coming, and like the television was coming here, and it was like we
Yeah.
show up, it's like
And
a
there's no
grass hill,
snow.
there's no snow. We brought like a bunch of our own like boxes and rails that like were like backyard
This
builds.
could be the
And then,
sickest.
dude, but
Use your imagination.
honestly, we like built like with the 10 of us with just shovels, man, like built an
amazing.
epic setup and
Yeah.
like,
hot lapped it all
but
day.
I was
Yeah.
worried in the morning because
That's
I'm
pretty
like,
cool.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Mark and Craig were like flying back for this, and we're like,
Yeah.
dude, we got no,
They
like,
show
we're
up,
like,
they're like,
we're like, but
was
dude,
awesome.
honestly, the session was like so sick, and then
Shout
later
out to Mark
on,
and
we,
Craig.
we
Craig,
hosted.
Craig and
yeah.
Mark, have you seen them wakeboard?
Dude,
Boy,
they're
those
good,
boys
man.
fucking
They
rip.
rip, dude.
Incredible.
They rip. Well, I remember like there's like old clips of Mark like when he was like kind of before going full snowboard pro
Yeah.
was like also wakeboarding a lot too, and like it was kind of he was trying
Those
to
hill
choose
sevens
between.
off the way. Yeah,
Dude, he was
legit.
ripping, man. I mean, those guys are certified rippers. I think you put them on any board, they're gonna
Yeah,
do it
yeah.
It's true.
Safely said.
safely. Yeah,
No,
yeah, man.
it's good.
But dude, and so it is kind of a wild thing because for us, like the just I guess extreme sports has always just been our kind of jam, and then filmmaking too. Like it all kind of weirdly crossed over. Like I'd find music in snowboard films, and then we always played music at home, but in PA where we grew up, there wasn't really a live music scene, so there wasn't like the idea of like having a band. It was like I'm writing songs at my house. there's the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I didn't really see an in between. I didn't like know of that
This is
until
the route.
Yeah, there was no like open mic, and there was no like until we moved to Saskatoon where we were like, oh, there's bars where like there's just these bands playing.
Yeah.
Join
Like,
them
oh,
city
sweet.
folk and
We'd be like, I remember when I first moved to Saskatoon, I would just be like busking with me and my buddy Brennan on the street, just acoustic guitar cajon. And we would just, I'd have this riff that I would just play. And then when someone was walking by that looked like they would like give us some like cash, you know, like, cause we were just busking, I'd just start singing about them. Be like, hey, you in those nice jeans, wondering what you're doing, do you know what I mean? And then they'd just be like, we just like make, you know, like we could make like $40 in like an hour and be like sick. We can at that time just buy
Take a break,
a
go get
couple
some
case of beer. Like our
good to
nights
go.
like kind of like good. And then one night our homie Mark Ejak walked by. He's like, you guys are great, man. Like you guys should like open up my show tomorrow night, like at the Fez. And we're like, us, like
yeah, Tony got
then
discovered.
that was like
Tony got
that was like
discovered.
the first gig. That was like the first. Then
Shout
I
out to
remember
Mark
that was like
Ejak, also
Mark
a
Ejak,
Saskatchewan
absolute
legend.
Saskatchewan legend.
Saskatchewan
I think he's in Vancouver now. Or
And then we got inspired too by some of the other, like you had Jordan Cook, a few May Longs up at Emma Lake.
Jordan Cook or
would
Rain
go
Rain
play,
Wolf,
now known as
Now
Rain
known-
Wolf. The Sheepdogs were also
Sheepdogs,
pretty
huge
legendary
inspiration.
Saskatchewan boys. Coulter Wall, the Dead South. And then Joni Mitchell's kind of like an old school, you know,
From
legend
Saskatoon.
from Saskatoon. So as we got older, it kind of started to like,
we
almost
just started playing
realize-
probably hundreds of just like local club shows, or I did, and then Nate, you know, Bombargo started playing, and then then at a certain point, you just got to kind of just roll the dice and go on the road. Like, bro, like our first tours were. Tell him
Sleeping on
about
floors.
Daryl Sawyer, Nate.
Oh, Daryl Sawyer, our first booking agent. Yeah, he was an absolute legend. We would try to book these shows. We had no business booking shows. We had never toured. So I'm just like sending these lengthy emails like, I'm Nathan Thoen, like I'm the lead singer, blah, blah, blah. We're
No
a really
one's getting
fun band. You're going to enjoy it. No replies, no nothing. I'm sending like 10, 15 of these emails. I'm like, what are we doing? Just crickets. And so I was like, I'm going to create Daryl Sawyer. And
Elite Booking.
with Elite Booking, which is a made up thing.
A fake booking
And I was
agent.
like,
Yeah.
I created
That was us.
You created him.
yeah, he was me. And
It was
Spenny-
like a
love
second
this.
he was me and
persona.
Spenny, and basically it was just like we knew that he was like short and gruff. So his emails were like, "Hey, the boys are coming through. They're great." You know, and like that was basically it. Like, you should book them. And then we started getting emails back, and they're like, "Hey,
People be
that sounds pretty good. Yeah, what would it cost? You know?" Oh, and then all of a
That's
sudden,
amazing.
It starts. We
I
start
love
booking
this.
these Western Canadian tours. We're getting phone calls the odd time. I'm like,
Oh, they're
this is
expecting
Sawyer.
Daryl. Yeah, it's
I'm like putting on a voice like, yeah, no, this is Daryl. Oh yeah, no, the boys are gonna be coming through there. Yeah, no, they're good. They'll be
That's
fine.
sick.
You know, just a couple cases of beer in the green room. That's gonna be good. Yeah. no, they're gonna have a good time. You tell, yep. Nope, perfect. Yeah. And so that started going for a while. And
It'd be
like,
funny if
We
you.
booked, how many tours did you book with Daryl? Like
Daryl booked
2 or 3?
3 tours, I think,
3 tours.
before
That's
we
so
got
sick.
a booking agent.
Yeah.
It'd be
That-
sweet when you walked out of the club. You're like, "Hey, yeah, thank you." And I'm Daryl.
And I'm Daryl.
Sawyer. And you walk away.
Dude.
Do a Zoolander
You just leave
spin,
him- yeah, you just
and
leave
then
him
you're
like,
Daryl Sawyer.
What just happened to me?
I did this bit for a little bit where I
I
would
did
put
this bit for a little bit.
no, but it was where you'd put the headphone in and you're like you had your cord hanging to your iPhone, and I would do it around wakeboarders I wanted to see if anybody believed I had a manager, and we would just
Love
be
it.
out, and I would just put the headphone in and I'd be like, and his name was Craig Greensburg.
Nice.
Eric loves this bit. by the way.
Yeah.
But I'd go, Craig, you know what? I
Sounds
can't
good.
do it.
Sounds like a good Jewish agent.
I can't do it. But the pauses are where it's like, I don't want it. No, I'm not. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to come there. I'm not going to, and some weird. No, that sounds ridiculous. And I would do this in front of other wakeboarders, and I would be like, hold on, I got to call it real quick. And I would just do this so they could hear it. And they were like, I think Shane has a manager right now. And it was
Shane's
like,
like,
they're like,
moving up
they
in the
would,
world.
They're like, but that seems weird because he doesn't need a manager. Like, he's not. And I would just be like, and
Shane
I'd be like,
said he wouldn't
I'm
do it
not
for
going
under
to
30
say, I'm not going to do that.
300,000.
I'm not going to, Craig. And it would basically just turn into me showing that I could be
Yes.
I could have the argument. I go, you listen to me, Craig. No. That's not how this goes. You do this. I
work
don't
for
want
me.
this. Yeah, you do this. nope, doesn't work. And I'd hang up and pull the phone out.
It
And
sounds
I'd
like our
turn.
relationship was like
And
50-50.
Craig didn't like me, but
Yeah,
I was the
yeah,
boss.
yeah, I
but
see.
and then I'd take the headphone
you-
out
you-
and I'd be like, so sorry, what happened?
we
What
saying
is it?
here?
What-
Yeah.
And they're like, holy shit, I think Shane's got a manager. Like, it was
like,
pretty
Craig-
Playing hardball with the manager.
yeah.
Dude, that's
To
so
the
good.
Craig,
point.
this is
to
how
the
it works. You show me what's available. I say
Yes.
yes, and I say
Say
no.
Yeah.
And you make your cut off of what I say
Yeah.
yes, but what I say no for, I'm not doing it.
Do you want your 20%?
Do you want it?
No.
It's
And
about to be
it got
15.
all the way to the point where another wakeboarder did talk to like Liquid Force, my brand, and was like, hey, I heard Shane's got a manager and I'm thinking about
like to
getting
get
one.
one, too.
And my team manager knew I didn't have a
see if you
manager.
can get
And
Craig.
like, and he
Can I
was
get
like,
Craig
Shane
Greensberg?
doesn't have a manager. He goes, he got this guy named Craig Greensberg.
He calls,
Dude,
he
I always
calls
thought
up
that
and
would-
it's Shane. It's Shane on the other line doing the Craig Greensberg.
Yeah.
Listen, buddy. No, that's
Listen,
not gonna-
buddy.
Bro, I always thought like the team manager for like a wakeboarder, like for me growing up, like a snowboard company would just maybe be one of the funnest jobs like of all time. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm
pretty
like
good.
romanticizing it, but
No,
I
no,
think it
you're
would
good.
just be.
I think you'd be good at it, Tony.
I think it would be. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the team manager. Like we're like
You're the team manager right
We're
now.
kind of
Yeah,
just
that's
keeping. We're keeping 7 guys just going on the. You know, like there's a lot of overlap. You know,
Well,
like
there
there'd be
is
skateboard
overlap.
teams that would get in a
Yeah, I
van
feel
and
like
go have
Yeah.
a
Nate would
what
sign
to
the checks, but
accomplish.
you're the team manager.
Yeah.
Dude,
What's
he's like
beautiful
Heath
about
Ledger
it?
of Lords of Dogtown.
Yeah.
When you
What's
come in and,
beautiful
like,
about the
suck
team
the money
manager?
down.
The team
Where's our
manager
checks?
gets to like when somebody's blowing up and they're like the next little star. You're like, hey, we're giving you a bonus. You're like, we're like bumping it up. That's
Yeah.
the good part.
Yeah,
The
you
bad part is
you-
where there's this old wrider that you're like. We can't. We
man.
can't.
We
do
love
this
you,
and
too.
yeah,
We
yeah,
love
yeah.
you, you
But
know,
it's
we love
but
you.
but
That's
basically
tough.
all you're
That's
doing
tough.
is booking flights. You're taking care of these guys that are like, oh, I got to get here at this time. You're like, I got you. I got your hotel rooms.
Yeah, you got like a DC
You're the
credit
middleman.
card.
You're
It's
just,
just-
yeah. You're like get to help out.
Get back in the like the heyday.
Yeah.
You know,
Dude,
it's like
we
it's
listen
like
to a
the-
lot of Bombhole. Shout out Bombhole and some of those
like
old
dude, those
snowboard
old-
movies.
in like the heyday of
I
snowboarding
think
where
it's
they
used
just
to ride
have
for
like
DC.
No way.
Yeah, I rode for DC for a
Dude,
little bit.
hell
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
I've heard of
I
the
think it's
DC
Stevie
credit
Bell.
cards back in the day.
I think
I
it's
wasn't that close with them.
Me neither. I've just heard lore of this.
No, they gave
Like,
me
just
me a sticker and we're like, here's,
sick,
here's
sick.
a few
Yeah,
bucks.
yeah.
Don't-
You can
don't
put this
get
is
this.
is the sticker. No one else. Only team
No, he's
has
not
this
Danny
sticker.
Way.
Yeah. Stevie
No,
Bell
you know,
was
here-
talking about Forum, I remember, and just talking about like all the, at that, there was like a really brief but badass time where they were just like credit
Pumping money.
cards,
Yeah.
flying
Yeah,
them
yeah.
to Sweden, putting them up in the craziest hotels and just
They were like
dummy-
buying like champagne to the
And I
room,
forget-
like
Yeah.
Just the way it
just
appeared in Canada.
blowing.
Yeah.
No, but it's. I mean, even in Liquid Force, like we
Good old days.
got to a
Good
point,
old days.
and there was a point. I was too young for it, but they did give the boys all the riders, or not all the riders, but a credit card for the tour. It was like, hey,
Whoa.
to do this, and they abused the fuck out of,
Of
it.
course. And
So
they
within
ruined
like
it.
What else are you gonna do with it?
No, they bought everything, like skateboards. They bought all the booze. They bought all the things. Like, I mean, the hotels and air flight is
I can only
understandable,
imagine. Don't
but
use
they
the
were
budget.
buying
You know what
personal.
happens?
They were
They
buying
don't give you the
personal
next- you
shit,
gotta be
clothing. They're going buying and all their new
Yeah, yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and they're like, guys,
But you
just,
should be able to buy some booze with that.
No, you
Oh,
should
all
be.
the booze.
You
All the
should
booze.
be.
But you're not buying
You
your own
should.
skateboards.
Yeah,
You know,
well, it's like
well,
it's like
that's kind of a part of the
skateboards and
brand.
clothing and shoes. Just anytime you're out,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I got the afternoon. What do we want to do? And it's like, let's go shopping. And it's like, that's not
Promotional
what the
booze.
credit card
Yeah,
is
Promotional
yeah,
for.
booze. These are promotional skateboards too.
What do you think, Nate? Should we issue the band some Bombargo credit cards?
I think
I
we
bet that would
be-
go
that
good.
would go. That would go. Be a
Here-
brief but beautiful burst.
Here this idea.
I think we get just a good case study for the band. You all have a $300 credit card and debit card, and you see
Where
where
it
you see
goes.
where it
I would
goes
love
when
to
they use
see
it.
all
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the all of what it's spent on.
It would go fast.
Like,
and
You
furious.
want
That's
to
what I know.
what I think would be an epic experiment is I was always a huge fan. I don't know if you guys ever watched like the Thrasher King of the Roads.
Yeah,
Oh
back
yeah,
in the day.
love it.
Just the most
Love it.
legendary like
100%.
teams of skateboarders. There's a book of challenges.
Yeah.
There's this
Yeah.
much time. Do or die. conquer America, get in a van and
One
just
last
do it.
chance,
And
but
so
yeah,
like I've always had this vision of like doing that, but with bands. So there's all of these challenges that would revolve around like, like crowd surfing or like like there would be all of these cool things that you would do, or
get
like
a tattoo here, or
get a
sign
tattoo here, play like like go into like a Bank of America and perform, or go into just
how much could you make busking?
Go into like
$40 like playing on the
corner
Yeah,
and like whatever
yeah.
team gets that faster. Like I think it would just be so cool, and to document it,
A band
and
king
to
of the
do-
road.
For sure.
to
That's
like
a really
band
good idea,
king of the
Tom.
road.
Yeah.
And I just think it could be like, not only that, it's like I feel like you could build a tour of it. So maybe you have 3 bands, or maybe maybe it's like 3 or maybe 4 bands, and
The
they're
top
kind of
3
on like they're on like a
tour.
similar length circuit. Or maybe they're touring to the same place.
Right.
But I mean, there's these details that could be worked out.
in-betweens
But
they have to check off
imagine
the-
this
between-
on the
cool
travel days.
There'd be travel days, but like a lot of the challenges could be done like at the shows and at the venues
for sure.
too.
I think
Or
this is a
like,
great
like,
idea.
I think it's like because there's like that like. I just think it would be so fun to be a
it's
part of.
And I think it would be
We
so
need
entertaining.
all the listeners to sign an
It'd be
NDA right now.
Yeah.
Good idea.
No,
We're-
honestly, if
we're
someone-
actually
if
gonna
someone-
cut this
if
part
some-
out
if
of the
someone's
podcast.
listening and wants, if someone's listening and fun, I don't want the responsibility to set it up. I
only
will
like
just
400
be our band.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
But like
I would
we-
like
we
to-
come along.
I would like to say I'll do it. I'll
I'm
set
hope-
this
I'm-
up. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm hoping like
I think Greg Greensburg would be a good.
Craig Greensburg. Craig Greensburg could do this. Yeah.
Greg Greensburg is his brother.
With
He used to be
Daryl
my
Sawyer.
dude.
Him and Daryl Sawyer.
And then Daryl Sawyer could team up on this. And those 3, you get them in a room, they're gonna get some shit.
But
done.
It sounds like a powerhouse. It sounds like a powerhouse.
Dude, it would be. I mean, people will watch that.
No, for sure.
And then Daryl's brother Beryl, he's a great guy.
Because I
too.
think
Beryl
something
Sawyer.
very similar to like skateboarders and bands is like all these guys are so funny. Like all of the bands that we've ran into on the road are like such characters. They're
characters,
so
yeah.
charismatic. They're so hilarious. As are like skateboarders or wakeboarders. It's like all these videos that we grew up watching. It's like
Mic
the
'em up, you're gonna get some
athleticism and the
shit.
skateboarding was
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
skateboarding, the wakeboarding, everything was so cool. But it was like these people's personalities that were also like brought through in these videos.
It's so
where
true.
I think like you look at like the Viva La Bam or like the Jackets. It's like, so it wasn't
a
all
moment.
about the stunts. It's like, fuck, I love these guys. Like they're so. I want to hang.
I'm
with
watching
them.
episode 2 of that.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
King of the Road honestly could have worked on network TV too.
Yeah,
like
they-
it,
yeah.
it was a little raw for it, but
For
like
sure.
if you could get around that idea,
think
they
Vice
could have.
picked it up
totally.
for a bit.
They did a
No,
Vice
they did
one.
Vice, but it still wasn't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
it was like it could be.
It was rough around the edges, which is what I
It
love.
was rough.
Yeah. No,
There
it
was
was
some, like,
Vice was down to
drinking
like whatever
pee, I
goes.
believe,
they
was
fucked
one
her.
of the
Sugarcoat
challenges.
that too
Butt
much. It's like
chugging,
it's not what it is.
It loses its charm.
And,
That's true
and,
too.
and Vice had some Vice was sick when
Yeah.
Spike Jones was
Oh,
fucking doing
dude.
that shit for a
That
while.
was like
so
groundbreaking.
Cool. It was so cool.
when
they
that
were
was
going
when
for
they were
it.
producing some shit out. I feel like it was that like right before COVID, maybe or like even a
Yeah.
little bit before that.
There's
yeah,
a
yeah.
documentary on like the rise and fall of Vice coming out.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
know,
super
I know.
excited
They
to
started
see.
getting-
Produced by Spike Jones.
So not, yeah.
Hopefully.
Spike Jones.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
super cool. Hopefully, I mean.
No, it is.
What do you think, Parks? Should we hit these boys with the little rapid fire?
Yeah, after a
Buddy.
pee break.
Buddy,
A little pee break, little break, little
rapid
break.
fire.
All right.
all right.
Well, he either ran away or he lived up to his name.
The Gator bait.
Either
Gator
ran
bait.
away or he lived up for his day. He lived up to his day.
Gonna welcome us back.
No, we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're
back.
back.
Right into it. He only
back,
gives
boy.
it to me once. He only gives it to
All
me
right, all
once.
right.
And we're back.
That's fair.
What did you want to do, Shane? You want to do some
you got,
rapid
Shane?
fires?
Yeah, let's do some. What are these rapid fires, by the way?
Oh! It's just some questions that I get, and I like to ramble them off. Not fast, but it's not to
The
get
quick-
hung up.
quicker questions.
rapid
for
fire.
y'all.
It's like,
Yeah,
let's not
best.
get hung up on a certain
right, cool,
thing.
cool,
It's just
cool.
like let me
talk
know
rapid
where you're
fire,
at.
baby.
Popping it.
And some of them, most of them, usually lately, it's been becoming a food. Like I'm really into just talking about food with people.
Oh, I could
Parks
talk
hates
about-
it.
I could talk
Parks
about food
hates
all
it.
day.
I've said it. They've become more rapid and not so like fire.
Yeah, I'm just yeah.
Heavy on the rapid.
So how you want to do this, Nate? Back and forth, or
whatever feels
or
natural.
Shoot from the hip.
Whoever feels like they want to answer it. Okay, first one: smaller venue or festival?
I gotta say, I love festivals. I mean, festivals are something. It's a magical feeling. I just love being at a festival. I love venues too, but festivals are. There's something magic. It's bigger than the music itself.
Big,
You know.
But there's something too. I think that like having like that small, even if it's like 200 crowd, like what
A small, no one cares about
where
your
you could
opinion on
Small, sweaty venue is some of the best times ever, but a festival is elongated. Like when you're pitting in for like a 3-4 day festival, people have committed to like this moment. And like, I think that energetically at a festival, I mean, that's where the band of Bombargo was born. Actually, I didn't tell that story, but Spenny and I went to Sasquatch in Washington. And he literally asked me to go. I didn't know him. And we drove 19 hours, went to this festival, had the time of our lives. And then we were like, we should start a band. It was a super high idea. So make sure to do mushrooms. Sometimes it works out. But to be honest, it's like the festivals are hard to beat.
Does it feel different playing for people who have never heard of you as opposed to playing for people who show up there for you?
Yes,
like,
definitely.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I actually love that. I mean, it's so fun playing to people that know your music and they're singing your songs and you're like, it's like a room of fans. Those are pretty magical.
That's easy though.
And it's easy because you're like, they love it and we love it too. And it's kind of like kumbaya. But like when it's a festival and you don't know if they know, there's this like kind of like internal, like we got to break them.
Yeah,
like,
you got to win
shove
over the
them all
crowd.
wave, you know,
Yeah.
like let's
Love
like
it.
give it everything we got.
Yeah, you got to win them over.
So there is that like a little bit more of like maybe you like just go
Bit more chase.
Yeah, there's more chase, and it can kind of bring out some magic you weren't planning on. I think, which is cool.
Unpredictable magic.
Yeah, kind of a little more in the.
You're at a club show. You're trying to make people feel like they're at a festival and totally escape from the everyday, reality. Whereas like a festival, they're already kind of in that space.
You want to bring
And
them
you
back.
just meet so many people. Hey, we never met Parks at a club. We met him at a festival.
Yeah.
That just goes to show.
Yeah, here.
All right. Who would you write a song with that's passed away, like a legendary person, live or dead? Who would you want to write a song with?
Not the greatest songwriter of all time, but who would y'all want to gel
Man.
with? One last collaboration.
Dude, that's hard. So we get to choose one dead and one alive? Is that what you're saying?
Or just either or, dead or alive.
I think I want one dead. I think I want
alive.
one. I think I
Okay,
want one.
dead. If I'm going dead, oh man, this is so hard. I think I gotta go with Bob Marley, man. Like, just
that's a good one. It's a good one.
I mean, to just hang with that dude would be insane, and to like see what comes. Like, he's just one of the best songwriters of all time. He also had just such a loving spirit. Like, I feel like his music has reverberated across this planet almost more than anyone. Like, there would be
this
something.
has to do with who you get to hang out with him for multiple hours.
That's the thing.
You're
You're
like,
in the
I want
studio
to
kicking
see
it with it. You're just gonna like
where do we
absorb that.
bounce off of ideas. Yeah. No.
I love that
I get
interview.
it. I get it.
Where
What about you?
Man.
No, you get one dead. You get one alive.
So now I'm alive. I mean, like I look to like the legends that are alive right now. I'm like, it's hard to not say like Paul McCartney,
That's what I
Elton
was gonna
John.
say. That's
Like
what I was gonna say.
It's just so hard not to
be
go
in a room
there.
with Paul McCartney would be psychotic. I think he is the GOAT. I personally believe. Alive right now.
The other
I
thing
think
about
he is a
doing
unicorn that's still
Elton
alive.
John, it's like I would have to
Elton
write the lyrics and then he would play the, so there would be a lot of heavy lifting with Elton John. So that's what pushes
I
me
think
more
Elton
to.
would be crazy to just like know that. Like
I saw Elton John in and I've never seen
Paul.
Paul,
And I haven't either.
But I saw Elton John in
we
Vegas.
made a
and
pact next year,
I
like,
fucking
we were
cried.
Boys,
flying.
get your priorities straight.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's stupid. It's stupid. I almost this year flew out on a tour to go see him because he just finished touring this whole fall. But we've been touring like nonstop, and I'm like, next year I'm just bucking a ticket and going. Like, I have to.
Yeah.
That would be
Have
cool.
to.
That would be cool. All right, this one's a little softball. Favorite beer? And you can't say like
I'm just a crushable beer, so I like I like a PBR. I like a easy drinking, just crush it down beer. Dude, I like Pacifico too.
I will,
Can't stand PBR.
I will say
No offense, Tony. I love you.
I'm
but,
sorry.
like,
I will say a Calgary, a bottle of Calgary beer.
I don't think I've had that.
classic. No, it's a classic. Little
don't even know
for
they
those
make
that know. If you know, you know the Canadians. It was in bottles,
what's-
glass bottles.
What's
OV
up with
was pretty
Canadian, Canada not having some, not having some backing like the Kokanee or like Labatt's Blue or something.
Dude, Kokanees are
But
great.
like I'm saying, like the
didn't
past.
say it.
I didn't say it. You're right. But Kokanee. Well, the thing is that Calgary's
joking.
were a little more under the wire.
Right,
Like
right,
I would say the reason that when we were growing up, at least in high school, I would get either a case of Bohemian or a case of Calgary in particular because everyone else had case of Kokanees or Pilsner, and then you always knew who your beer was. If someone was drinking a Calgary, I was like, that's mine.
I would drink.
That's mine.
Well, I think it's
I would
safe
drink
to
a
say
lot of
that.
Old Vienna back in
And
the
Old
day.
Vienna,
Old
that was-
Vienna
I think
or
it's safe
OV
to say
was that.
no one's ever really said, what does Canada do really, really good beer?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying you don't have some
They're
good
good
beer.
beers,
Like,
but
I'm
they're
just-
not. It's
so
not
you
the
do-
best.
We're known for
Canada-
stronger
And now-
beers.
you know what?
That is one thing. That,
apparently
more the
it's
crafty
stronger.
side.
well, and the U.S.
And
has
to,
always had
to
the
rebuttal
lights.
my PBR, by the way, just because it's not like I'm a huge PBR fan, but what's funny is we play so many shows, and this is the tale as old as time.
Oh, yeah.
we'll go into the green
happens a
room,
lot.
and they'll be like, whoever's doing hospitality for us, and they'll just be like, "Oh, you boys are gonna love this local." Triple hopped, quadruple,
IPA.
double pressed IPA, and we're just like,
Sour,
dude, I'm not gonna like
dry.
this.
Yeah, fuck,
I'm not
yeah.
gonna like this at all. Like, I like
We-
to have a beer where I can
we
just
are
like
not.
get
Easy
one
crush-
down
easy
quick,
drinkable.
Crush
like
it.
Easy
just
drinkable
crushing
beers.
beer, like the type of beer that you want to drink on a boat.
We are
You know?
boat beer boys.
Like,
Boat
like,
beer
it's like you
I
know.
get it.
But beers are different
for
than
that,
normal beers.
so for after
sure.
I was like,
And
I just it
chairlift
was like common
beers.
practice.
My
Like, you
favorite
got a
beers are
PBR.
chairlift beers.
You know,
Chairlift beers are good. All right.
something drinkable.
What number am I thinking of?
42.
Nope.
33.
No.
Ooh, that was close though.
It wasn't even close.
I don't
69.
I don't even know what the answer is.
No.
I don't know
12.
if anyone knows what the answer is.
67. That's
No.
a number these
No.
days
Yeah,
that
one
people are
guess.
talking about.
shoot.
Nobody's ever guessed it. We're
Dang
20
it, that would've
episodes,
been
20
so
plus
good.
episodes in. Nobody's ever
Is it
guessed
always
it.
the same number? And no one's ever guessed it still?
Nobody's ever
Oh my
guessed
gosh. Okay. Well,
Is it really the same number?
Yeah, it's the same number.
Wow.
I've been sticking.
Well,
to the
we're
same
gonna
number.
take his
think
word
it's
for it.
Yeah.
I gotta watch more
I'll
episodes.
tell you at one point just so you
At
can
one
know.
I don't
Verify it.
I almost don't want to know.
You might. Best town you've played at.
Ooh, best town.
That was a nice whistle.
I love
Tombstone.
Tombstone. Great movie. I love Colorado, man. Like the state of Colorado.
That's
is-
not a town, Nate.
It's not a town.
We love Denver.
Denver's always good to us.
Colorado's treated us well. You know, we love Colorado,
Dude,
but there's a bunch
That's
of
tough though.
Bend, Oregon.
we
loves
love
y'all.
Ben.
Bend,
we love
Oregon
Ben.
is so good. Dude, I gotta give Florida a big shout out too, though. Like we've been having some fun ones in Florida lately. Like I'm actually really excited for House of Blues.
Yeah.
I also gotta
Florida.
throw
North Carolina is a good time too.
Wilmington. Wilmington's
Wilmington.
You
been-
can't
North
say
Carolina.
every
I'm
city
sorry,
you've
I'm
toured,
sorry.
boys. You
So
gotta-
it's
this
Denver
is
then.
this
We'll
is
say
rapid fire.
Denver.
Denver.
We'll
I
say
saw
Denver.
this. I saw the
You
Strokes.
know, we're not playing
I
rapid
saw the
fire
Strokes
well.
play at House of Blues, and the dude climbed the curtain, got up to the upper deck, and
Oh.
walked all the way around the upper deck, like
He
on the
climbed
inside.
the curtain.
Yeah, like he somehow got up to the upper deck.
Don't
Maybe
give
a
him any
monitor-
ideas.
No,
I
I'm
mean,
telling you,
whoa,
like it
whoa.
didn't. Yeah, it didn't. Nate's a climber. I'm just saying.
taking
I
notes. Nate's
have.
taking notes.
I've watched him climb all the way. Yeah, he went all the way around and then back down the other side.
All right.
Damn, that's very
All
good.
right. Hoping for a wireless mic.
Go to eat spot on the road. Like where's the boys? Like when you're on the road, where is it? I don't want to say.
So first off, we love oysters. We chuck a lot of fresh oysters wherever we're going. But our go-to spot on the road is unfortunately not oysters as much as it was. We hit the Dons a lot, right?
Waffle House when we're down here.
Waffle
We hit some
House.
Waffle
Love
House.
a Waffle
Bang,
House.
bang.
Nice.
There are some gas Dons, which is the combination
Gas
of a gas
Donald.
station and a Don.
You hit a Bucky's on the way.
Me and,
We
down.
love
me, and
a
Nate been,
Buc-ee's.
me and Nate been
Brisket
doing
on the
the
board.
the double
Taco
cheeseburger
Bell?
bowls. So it's basically the
Taco
double
Bell?
cheeseburger.
Do you tap
No,
into
but
Taco
we
Bell?
recently heard that Taco Bell has this thing for bands on tour, and a guy just told us last night
That we can
there's
apply.
this thing where you can get a credit card when you're on tour, and it's like a Taco Bell
credit card if
for
you're in a
bands on
touring
tour.
band.
And so we looked into it. It's closed for this year,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we are
We're
applying
applying
for
in
next
January.
year. And
Oh,
so
that's
fingers
genius.
crossed we'll be eating a lot of Taco Bell.
Dude, I'd
we'll see
love
what
it.
happens.
Shout out
I
Taco
think it's
Bell.
been-
Jump on the
Yeah.
podcast. We would love
And
it.
there-
Supporting-
you know what?
supporting the
Also,
bands, supporting
shout
the
out
touring
to-
bands.
What's that place in Denver that gives free fucking food to musicians? Oh my
gosh,
that place is amazing. Illegal Pete's. Shout out to Illegal Pete's. Anyone on tour in Denver, if you're going through there and you're playing a show, they just give everyone free
Free
food.
food,
That's
and
sick.
we've taken them up on that.
It's amazing.
A few times, and
So
it's
those-
always so good. And
those
they're
places.
like, yeah,
That's sick.
they're
That's
legendary.
really
That's
good.
pretty awesome.
I
Really
respect,
cool.
I respect that.
Same.
Favorite music video of all time.
Dude.
Do you guys want to know what mine is?
Yes, I do. Tell me.
It's Guns N' Roses, Slash in the Desert.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what has always just Take on Me has just I love that
Take
like
on Me is
handwritten
good.
thing. But I was actually gonna say Tame Impala's The Less I Know the Better. It's like just like beautifully shot and it kind of goes into the like there's like the monkey in the suit and he's like jumping playing basketball. That's just like I've always just loved that music video. So that's mine.
Oh yeah. There's
Recent, I really like. What was the one that I liked? This is gonna sound funny. Nothing Breaks Like a Heart, Miley Cyrus, and
Oh,
dude, it's just bad. It's just bad. It's just badass because it's like her just like driving and like
I'm a big Miley Cyrus
like
fan.
guns.
You don't gotta
She's
come
just
at me.
dodging bullets, and then like the whole cops are following. I'm just like, this is a production. Like it's like if I had
it's
unlimited
good.
budget,
Yeah.
I'd be doing a Bombargo video like
Also
that.
been loving Sabrina Carpenter's videos. She's been
Oh,
crushing
yeah.
it. Coming
Yeah.
out cinematic.
Who can be mad about that?
filming.
Who can
Yeah.
be mad about that?
She's
No,
the best.
so it's a director that actually did a lot of the Daft Punk. He did a lot of the White Stripes. He did all of these crazy music videos. And I bought this DVD randomly that was all of his music videos.
Sick.
And he just he crushes like Kylie Minogue. You
Yeah.
remember the Kylie Minogue music video where she walks around the block the
Yes.
whole time?
Yeah,
And so
yeah, yeah.
he made that.
Oh yeah,
And
is that
he,
the,
like-
That
the
one was sick.
dancing through the street?
Yeah.
Or no.
I
I'm
don't know
mistaken.
that. I don't remember the song, but
mistaken.
she's like she walks around the
keeps
block
looping.
like four,
And it gets crazier
and then
and
it
crazier.
gets
Yeah,
crazier and
change
crazier.
as it goes.
But he also did like these Daft Punk videos, like all
Right.
of these that are like
Shout out Daft Punk.
it's amazing stuff. Like it's
It's like extra art. But
dude,
like
the
looping.
director is amazing. I don't know what he does, but he does all. He's great.
You know what I want to just a quick idea for anyone as when you're partying at someone's house, music video like basically playlist. So it's like everyone passes the phone and you're just YouTube on the TV or the thing. And we did it at a friend's party and we were just all hanging out and it was the
great
best.
idea. It was
because
really
there
awesome.
was the Much Music or the MTV where it was like music videos were always showing and it was the thing.
Yeah.
And they're kind of dying a
And
little right
everyone
now.
has their own
Yeah.
taste too.
And
Like,
everyone has their
there's,
own
like,
taste, and so it takes you on this wild ride. But it was a great party because everyone just like queued up their favorite music videos.
I love
and
that.
A,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
listening to these great tunes. B, we're seeing these great videos
Yeah,
that I
you're
hadn't
kinda
seen.
half
in
We
a
did
while.
it at
it.
Bear Studio back in the day.
Yeah, and like we need to normalize that. That has to become a
Yeah.
thing because I'm missing the music videos. I'm not seeing enough of
I
them.
will say
100%.
I liked the
It's art
bowling
that's kinda-
video.
Let's talk about this. Yeah.
I like the bowling
close.
video,
Too
but
close.
Pieces of My Heart, like the
high
talent
school
show,
talent
show.
The talent show.
was done so well. Like it filmed and the way it's like old film, but
Yes.
you guys are. It was all good. It was so good.
Yeah,
I
it's
love it.
gotta
I love
be
it.
a
Hey,
bit of
search
VHS.
Too Close for Comfort.
Yes.
Bombargo is a great bowling video.
Yeah, the
seriously.
bowling
Who
thing is-
how do you like who direct? Do you have some friends who like know what the fuck
That-
they're doing, or
Yeah,
are y'all directors? What's the deal? with this?
On Too Close for Comfort, we kind of had the concept and we nailed down like the location and we got, it's crazy, that bowling alley in there, there's like 2 signed bowling pins. One is signed by Bombargo and one is signed by Kiss.
Yeah,
It's crazy, dude. Yeah, it's crazy because
It's a good pedestal.
Chad Reynolds filmed that, who's a good friend of ours, and then we kind of cooked the concept up together. And then I'd say we kind of co-directed it, but also he had a vision of the shots, but we had kind of a vision of like the film. And then like Pieces of My Heart, we very much directed that one ourselves.
We did that one
but we had
ourselves
Saul
and
film
Saul
it,
film it,
and then
yeah.
we edited it ourselves.
Nate and I have done like a lot of like video editing in the past. It's kind of all started from like skateboarding and snowboarding, but then we've done like a lot of commercial projects or just different
Music
like just to
videos.
like make money like through school or whatever.
Yeah.
And so we have like a lot of homies who we have done Nate's shot like 20 music videos for like a bunch of different artists.
You can tell, like,
you know?
just like, dude.
So we have an idea, and then we're like, okay, what homies can we can bring together and like work collaboratively on it. So like a lot of times like we'll have a filmer, and then we'll bring some people in that like we know are good at lighting. And then sometimes we'll have them cut it, or like the last couple of videos, like Nate and I will shoot all the footage together, and then Nate and I will cut it.
Yeah.
So we did that with like Piece of My Heart. We cut it and kind of
Easy
came up with
Money,
it.
our
Easy
newest
Money,
one,
our
we
newest
also
one.
did.
I mean, I told Parks earlier. I think Pieces of My Heart's my That
one turned out so good. I remember being
like even the song, like the song, like I honestly want to use it in a wakeboarding video. Like I'm working on some stuff, like, but I love it. It's such a good vibe.
It's gonna cost you.
Yeah. The terms are right.
The terms are right.
Oh, come on. All right, we'll scrap the whole episode. We're not putting this out. If they're not letting me use it, we're not putting it out. All right.
NDA.
All right, next question. Who's the craziest in the band to travel with? Like, who's got like
Wild
things where,
card.
like, the wild card?
My first vote is probably Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy is wild,
But
man.
He's tamed it in a little bit, but then
He
had
has
a
these
really,
sparks of wildness
he'll go
still.
wild.
I
on
love
Halloween,
that.
on Halloween, he really tore it up, and I think I remember it most because he dressed up as me. So he was wearing all my clothes.
Yeah, he took
and then
all
had
Nate's
my
clothes.
hat and sunglasses and my crochet pants and all this stuff on.
It was like
and my
walking around the
gold
bar,
jacket
acting like
at
you
the
do.
show,
Acting like
And then
him.
people were coming up
People
to him.
thought it was Nate.
And he,
Because he had
he's
the
got
big
long,
sunglasses
long
on.
brown hair too. And so we were just laughing. He comes up and he's like, dude, I literally had to like break it to a few people because people are coming up and telling me like stories like, oh, my son and I, we met you and like, blah, blah. And I was like, he's like,
And he pulls his glasses
I'm
down. He's
actually
like,
not Nate, but like, thank you. And
Yeah.
so yeah, he got a little turned up that night. And I remember we were going to the hotel room and I was laughing so hard. He's stumbling in there. I was like, you said you were going to be on good behavior, buddy. You looked just like me all night. He's like, I tried. But no, we actually, everyone
has a turn at the crazy.
Yeah, no, everybody
everyone
is,
gets
everybody.
a
You know?
kick in
All
the
right.
can.
Which
We try
is
to keep
good.
our sticks on the ice. That's what we try to do.
What
the
about
stick on.
this one? Who's the toughest to share a room with?
The Snorkestra.
Wow, the Snorkestra.
Yeah, it's all about snoring.
Snoring
Yeah.
is the, we try to. We
don't
wanna
wanna
point
name
any
any
fingers.
names.
We won't.
Okay, we don't have
But
to point
the
fingers.
But the
We don't.
Snorkestra is a hard
They-
slip.
And it's not all the Snorkestra isn't always playing, but
they're
when it
good
does,
guys.
when it does,
Yeah, if they're jamming that night,
When
the
it does.
Snorkestra can get a little loud.
you can't have headphones that are loud enough to drown it out.
No,
Yeah.
that's true.
All right, what's better, the hype before the show or after the show? Like, what's a better feeling of getting out there? Like, okay, we're about to go, let's go. Like that
question.
adrenaline, or that adrenaline of post show being like, we just fucking
Shane, the
crushed
fire's
it.
back on rapid fire.
Bro.
Great question, dude.
I think the pre-hype is like pure excitement, and the post-hype is like glory of like that was wild.
Yeah, we
and
did it.
awesome.
We did
But
a
the
job.
beginning is more like what's gonna happen a bit more. So there's like,
But what's your favorite?
My favorite
Nate
is
just
so
elaborates.
my
Sorry.
favorite my favorite is when you're feeling that pre-show hype and excitement. That is sick.
That's what I would
but
think too. I think.
sometimes when you're like you've been on the road for forever, it's not that you're not excited to do the show. You're just rallying in yourself to do it, and then the show transforms. So you're like, you're going into the show,
more
you're
better
putting
than
on an
expected.
incredible
Yeah.
show, and then the show transforms you to be more like so hyped at the end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
when you're going into the show, because a lot of shows you're going into that show feeling like that full hype. That is a great feeling.
It's not
But
always
then
the same.
Sometimes those shows you're kind of rallying, you're kind of digging to like walk on stage and be like slay it, and then the crowd comes, and then by the end of the show, it's kind of like it's been that Red Bull energy fucking now I'm got wings, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't go into the show with wings and the show gives you the wings, you know?
True.
Agreed.
All right, I like it. I like it.
Is that the fucking wrap up?
I mean, I got more, but we can stop
Hit me,
it.
man.
We're
Keep
terrible
going.
at answering shortly.
I'll go quickly, rapid more. I'll try to go more rapid. Hit him quick.
Yeah, you go quick. You go quick, Nate.
What do you guys do on your day off?
Try to go surf with Parks when we can.
That's a good day down.
That's it.
Good down day.
Who's the best DJ in the car whenever you're traveling?
Sammy's good. Sammy DJ'd Park's wedding. He's great.
He did DJ Park's wedding. Also, Neil has a lot of great tunes. Like Neil's always got some like just beautiful road drives.
Yeah. Man, this is another little food one, but who's the best cook in the band? And whenever y'all are like have a moment to actually cook dinner.
Well, it
I'd
was
say-
Matt.
I'd say Matt, 100%. He's not with us right now. Morgan's a great barbecuer.
Morgan's an
man.
incredible
Morgan
chef.
lays down some. He's our video
And
guy.
what's he cooking up? What's
He's
he
cooking
up?
steaks, only steaks.
He's cooking
Dang.
steaks
And
and he's
breakfast and some,
cooking
like, epic
breakfast.
eggs.
He's doing eggs. He's
Ugh.
cooking.
See, I respect somebody that can also tame a
Yeah.
breakfast.
Dude,
Yeah.
he can tame a
He
big
puts it out,
breakfast,
too.
Like,
Yeah.
like for all the boys, which is impressive.
Yeah, it's rare that we're in a spot that we like do it, but when we are there, he delivers.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Boom.
Fuck.
Bang, bang, bang. That was rapid fire. It's probably the longest rapid fire y'all have ever had.
Trust me, we've had some long ones.
Yeah, I get into some moments of food.
Like if there's like if it was like a yes or no, then it's just
no, it's
but-
not a
don't
yes
want
or no.
that.
I
No,
don't want
that's
that.
boring.
We don't
But
want that either.
I wanted to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
because most of the time we like carry conversations one to the other. I want this one to be like, let me change it real quick.
Yeah.
Like, where's this? What's that?
It's
How's
cool
this?
because it
That's
kind of
better.
prompts you into talking about a lot
It's
of
more
topics.
of an interview style
Yeah.
because I'm asking the
Yeah.
questions and we don't,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
I had a good time.
Anyone need a beer before we start to learn about some trivia from Canada?
No, I'm just cracked. I'm ready, but I'm
I
excited.
got a little bit left.
You got, you got
I'll
one over there?
smash one.
you
I'll
have any more?
smash this.
I'll load up one more.
I got 2 beers right here.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
I'll do one.
Coming at you.
I wrote these.
Canadian
I wrote
trivia.
these questions, so this is a must-do portion of the banter, and they're usually based around. If you're a skateboarder, we do that. Last one is based on alligators. We learned a lot about alligators.
Okay.
But you boys are Canadian, so we are going all Canadian questions.
Oh wow.
Oh my gosh, let's
Canada,
see.
we're not gonna let you down.
So Shane,
I
you might
hope
be
so.
you might be a little bit of a disadvantage here, which is why you haven't won.
I've spent
one
some
episode.
time in Canada. I'm no stranger to Canada.
And then
Yeah.
we got some background music when we play, but you don't need it technically.
You
don't
can just
need it.
listen to it
Oh,
for
interesting.
seconds and realize what's happening.
All right, you ready, boys?
ready.
Yeah. Who wants to guess first?
I'll go first. I
Yeah.
always go first.
You're the underdog.
Shane.
Yeah, the
No,
underdog.
but let me go first and let these guys feel it out.
Fair enough. Shane.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
What is the largest beaver ever caught?
22 pounds.
Wait. Damn. 22 pounds. Can't give you any clues by what he says.
Are we going to kill, like,
No, I
are
got
we
them
going-
both. I got them both. You can guess in whatever you're.
Oh, so we're going around?
Yeah.
I
It's
got
closest to the pin, so.
It's
48
closest to the
pounds.
Are we doing pounds or kilograms?
We're doing.
We can do both.
We'll do,
Yeah.
pounds. We'll do pounds. We'll do
I'm
pounds.
coming in with a solid 60-pound beaver.
What? That's a fucking huge beaver.
It's a huge one. 60 pounds. What'd you
It's
say?
just a good quote.
22.
And what'd you say?
And I said
48.
48.
Ladies and gentlemen, largest beaver ever is 110 pounds.
Oh, I was thinking those suckers are big, man.
Dude, and they're dense. They're dense, those
You
beavers.
think the beavers are big up in Canada? You should see the mosquitoes.
What?
So, yeah,
Fucking
you don't-
100-pound beaver?
Those
Bro,
things are
buddy.
they're like a fat Labrador.
That's a big old
You gotta
beaver.
be careful
Think
out
about
there.
the teeth that they have.
Yeah.
I
Think
mean,
about the tails.
I'm just still worried. Like,
Think of the tails, Shane.
What'd the beaver say to the other beaver?
Close the damn door.
who was it? Les
Yeah.
Claypool? What was it? Les Claypool did It's a Big Brown Beaver. You remember the song? I think it was Les
Big Brown
Claypool's
Beaver.
band. Yeah, Big
It's a
Brown
big
Beaver.
brown beaver.
Big
Yeah.
bang, bang.
Well, I forget what band it was. But.
All right, here we go. Tony, you're up on this
All right,
one.
all right.
Tony, Canada holds what percentage of the world's fresh water?
I want to say it's like 72%.
I'm shooting with a 60%.
Canada holds this much of the world's water.
Fresh water.
I'm gonna say 32. What'd you say?
I said 60.
Those are
32.
rookie numbers.
numbers, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shane on the board tonight. 20% of the world's fresh water.
Dang.
I thought
Only
I honestly,
20%?
before I searched this, I actually thought it was more.
I did
But
too. I
for
remember
some
hearing
reason-
we had a lot of water, but I mean,
I-
60% of the entire world's of water is a lot. That's probably
a lot.
too much.
That's a lot. I'll take that thing.
Yeah, well,
20% is still a ton.
what did
got
I
the fir-
say?
who got- who
72?
got the
That
first
seems
one?
I
outrageous.
got the beaver
yeah,
one.
Seems
first. I was
outrageous.
closest.
Well, I was way off.
Okay,
Just a big brown
Nathan's
beaver.
got one.
Yeah.
Shane's got one. Tony's still to get on the board. Nathan,
Ooh.
you're first to guess.
Yes.
Yep.
Here we go. What year was the song "Oh Canada" written?
Oh my gosh. Canada's about 105 years old right now, I'd say. So I'm assuming that the song came around the time that it came together. I'm going to say 1910.
I'm gonna say I'm going to go lower. I'm going to say 1901.
No. I'm gonna go like 1925. Get that top end.
Oh shit! Interesting. 1921, 1925, 19.
Did you say 21?
No, I said 1911.
1911, 1901.
01.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shane back on
What?
the board.
An American.
The song was written in 1880.
Oh,
But it actually didn't become the national anthem until 1980, 100 years later.
Whoa. Okay.
So 1980 is when they
Whoa.
decided to make that the
God,
national anthem?
It was a great song for 100 years. And you go, you know what?
This one's our
This
song.
one's
That's
it.
a
No
banger.
They're
way.
like, Calgary's having the Olympics. We gotta have a song.
Calgary had the Olympics. It's time we're building COP.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
time to get a national anthem. What
Dude,
was
we
it
didn't have-
before
we didn't have
1980?
We didn't have a national anthem in like the
Have to ask
60s.
our parents about that.
They didn't even have one.
Wow.
I'm just joking.
Wow. There's just a moment of
sounded
silence.
like
I'm
a
fucking
modern
crushing
kind of-
right now. I don't
Dude,
think I've
Shane
ever
is
got
taking
two.
our points, Tony. We
Shane.
gotta
Told you.
come back.
No, but he's a bit older than us, a bit more wise.
Told you, I'm
Underdog.
familiar with
Dude,
Canada.
Dude,
Damn.
Here we go.
Tony,
I know.
it's our time.
All right, Ray boys. Shane, you're first to guess on this one.
Let's
Shane,
fucking
2 up
go.
right now. 2 questions left. Shane, Paige asked the same question about Florida last week. What percentage of Canada's population was not born in Canada? Love this question.
It's actually a lot.
What
It's-
percentage
It's a
of-
lot.
percentage-
It's a lot that moved there. There's a lot of people that moved to Canada. I'm gonna say it's 33%.
33%. I'm going to go with a solid 20%.
Tony.
Okay, okay.
Tony's next guess.
Well, I'm going higher. I'm going like, I'm going to say 45%.
That's actually probably more accurate. I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's closer.
What are the
about
guesses?
40.
Particularly
45, 33,
33, and
20,
20.
45. Ladies and gentlemen.
I need something here.
30%.
33.
Damn it.
Dude, Shane
go
again
for a
with
clean
33.
sweep right now.
What
Year
year
is
is 20?
this? Just kidding.
Dude,
Hey,
Shane is crushing. Canada, we
and
are
if
sorry.
all the Canadians are at home, if you're upset about this victory, you can look it up yourself.
We
see
are
if I'm,
we are
and if I'm
sorry
wrong,
for this
write in the
Canada.
comments. Let me know.
Yeah,
if
that's
I'm
right,
wrong.
That's right.
I'm just crushing. I told
Guys,
you.
The problem
I have-
is we're basically fair playing
Here's-
field here because we've been in America so long.
Let me break it down for you, Tony. You're technically out of this one. You cannot possibly win this
Yep.
one. Nate is the only one with one who could possibly.
Tie
You
it
have
up.
to get it
Oh, no.
on the head.
Okay.
But
the head.
you know what?
Because on the
We're
head
still
is
going to
still
let
2
Tony
points.
vote.
Okay.
All right,
Still
all
going to
right,
let
all
Tony
right.
vote.
Okay.
Dude, I love this right now.
All right, ready, boys?
Yeah, I need this.
What is the tallest? Wait.
That's
What is the tallest point in Canada?
I don't do heights.
What do you mean you don't do
I
heights?
don't do heights.
Oh man.
And I have this written down in meters or feet.
I was
but
hoping you were gonna say tallest building. I was gonna hit you with CN Tower, but tallest place, like
Let's go
wanna
feet
say-
on this.
Oh, we're just choosing.
I don't
the
even
feet.
know how big
The
mountains
tallest,
are.
the tallest point in Canada is
And
this
it-
high.
which is feet.
Is
Okay.
this high?
I don't know mountains.
Or let's do this. I have both written down. The name of the tallest point. If anyone gets that on the point, no.
I don't want to get that either.
There's a lot of
Well,
stray
I'll break
mountains.
the ice because my thing doesn't matter anyways. But I think I was at the top of it, like 8,000 or no 8,000 feet above sea level. That seems not very
Interesting guess.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go higher.
I don't think
for,
you should
of the Canadian Rockies.
It's probably
I'm
a lot.
thinking. I'm thinking
a lot.
like.
Oh, I'm way off.
Well,
Way off.
I'm thinking.
I should know that.
I'm thinking that maybe Whistler might be like in somewhere around that mountain range.
What's the height?
The height? I'm gonna go 15,000 feet.
Right.
I'm gonna have prices right, and I'm gonna say 17,000.
Ladies and gentlemen, right as the song ran out, Shane wins again with 19,551 feet. Mount Logan.
Mount Logan.
There's so
in
many.
Alberta.
There's so
Bang.
many. I have
It's
no
the
idea
first time
the
I think I've
province it's
won
in.
this.
Where's
guys.
Mount Logan?
But ladies and gentlemen, Shane with
That
a
makes sense.
4-1 sweep over the
Dude.
Bombargo
The actual
Canadian
Canadian.
I was
boys.
kind of thinking like, oh yeah, like the
These
top
boy-
of this mountain is this, so like basically it got to be like double that. But
These
I'm way
boys have
off.
been
I'm
in
way off.
America so long that
We lost to our own game.
They've lost the touch.
Where
of
is
the-
this thing?
He's Googling it.
That I forgot though, like it's probably up in like Yukon or like I don't know.
And maybe I got some bad intel, but we will never
No,
know
it's in
until
the
next
Yukon.
time.
It's in the
Yeah,
Yukon.
it's definitely
yeah,
in the
that's
Yukon.
what I was thinking. Yeah, I
Dang,
forgot about.
boys,
Kind of
great,
forgot
man.
about the
What
Yukon.
a pull! What a pull!
I was thinking like, oh, there probably be some mountains that
Canada,
are
we're
like.
sorry for that,
Yeah,
Shane.
we-
We're proud of you, though. We'd like
Hey,
to.
I told you, I have love for Canada.
Congratulations! Congratulations! You just won dual citizenship.
Yeah.
You are now a Canadian.
Hey,
You're now
dude.
a part of. Now it's 34%, not 33%.
When I was
Now
younger,
it's changed.
I dated a Canadian. I've been to Canada a bunch. Always thrived in Canada. I loved
Yeah.
Canada.
He blew
I had
his
a
knee
lot
out
of
in
fans.
Canada?
Blew a knee out in Canada. I've had fans like. Canada's always been sort of like
Canadian
I'm a huge
fans,
fan. I'm a
man.
huge fan of Swollen Members. You boys
Oh,
really-
yeah. Tony had 4 members on
Canadians,
CD. One of the first CDs we had in the house. Good
Dude,
time.
Swollen Members like we
Swollen always brings it home.
yeah.
Swollen Members gonna make you
love me
stop.
some-
Take a
Matt
minute and
Child-
remember who takes the top.
I wrote to that
Time
song.
is up.
Matt Child.
Perfected but
His
not
name?
invented.
Matt Child's name?
Mad Child.
Driven so-
Shane.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn.
okay.
Bang.
I was like, name? I was like, Mad Child.
No, he's Shane.
Dude,
is
that
not-
fuel
we got to
injected
party.
song I
I
had
got
on
to party
repeat
with him.
for like
Got to
weeks.
party with him. He's pretty mad.
that
I
first came out.
saw within just a few hours of hanging out with him why he was called Mad Child.
That would sort of checks out.
throwing patio chairs into the pool, breaking bottles and shit. And I was like, this
Yeah,
is
we
insane.
played this club in Vancouver Island in Cumberland that they had a Mad Child show the night before, and then our sound tech was like, it was wild, man.
Yeah,
They
the dude's
were
crazy.
just-
We're like, how
He
you
like
doing?
looked up. He was like,
Just like, yeah, it was like pretty like gangster apparently.
Yeah, no, he lives up to the name Mad
Yeah,
Child.
quite
As you
gangster.
should.
Quite
Good to hear.
gangster.
Shout out to Mad Child. Cheers,
Yep.
Mad Child. We just
Respect,
played this show last night in Raleigh, North Carolina, and we were at a place called The Ritz, and then the lady was telling us that they had a band. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's a rapper. And I guess he was like the nicest guy, really sweet dude, but he was like apologizing to them when he came in. He's like, I'm so sorry, my fans are like really gnarly. And they were like, okay, like what's going on? They were like, you can't have any garbage bins, any chairs, like anything that's like available for them to grab. They will grab it and like throw it. And so they were like, really? And they're like, yeah. So they took all the garbage cans out, all the everything. And then at some point throughout the concert, someone ripped a sink off the wall and they were like throwing this sink around. And the guy, and apparently the guy was like really chill, but he's just this rapper and he's like, I'm sorry, man, my fans are just crazy. And I guess they just like have a wild time. So now I want to go to one of those shows just to see how crazy it is.
I
it's
really-
like Philly. It's like, this is how we
This
celebrate
is how we
winning the
have a
Super
good
Bowl.
time. We tear the town apart.
Yeah.
I really appreciate the idea of somebody that's like, I'm sorry this is going to get so crazy.
I know
but
it's gonna
I'm
happen."
going to fuck shit up. Like
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
that's
yeah.
like apologetic about
Yeah, so we
future,
know this
future
up
them.
front.
It's like,
We know
hey,
this up
this
front.
is, I want to let you know, once I have
My
my
bad.
fourth beer, I'm going to break something. And they're like, it doesn't sound too. And then the 4 beers later, you're like, let's fucking go. And you're
Yeah,
like breaking
yeah.
shit. You're like, well,
Largest
he
beaver,
pre-warned
man.
us.
Let me shoot you straight here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's like the leather jacket. We can cut this up. We got to stop. But the leather jacket, I used to wear a leather jacket when I was on tour, and
Shit.
and I would when I put it on, I knew it carried this
It's a little energy.
this like aura, this aura.
Bro,
this
I had
thing.
to
And
duster.
I had
but
to quit wearing them.
I had a friend, and he was like, "Can I put the leather jacket on?" And I pre-warned him. I said, "Hey, you put the leather jacket on, you're going to get a little crazy. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think I can handle it." He put the leather jacket on. I turned around, opened a beer, was talking to somebody. Before I knew it, he like smashed the lamp off of the table and it broke. And he was like yelling at somebody. And I was like, "Give me the leather jacket."
Things go wrong. You can blame it on one thing. The black leather jackets.
Boom, boom, boom.
Coming this summer. 2025. Black Jacket Shane back on tour. Black jacket.
It's just a jacket.
Mother.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. That was good. He missed the music. It's all right. You'll hear it on the playback whenever it's.
I'll get it in the edit. I'm excited to watch this
Dude,
because
it sounded like the next blockbuster. I'm telling you, dude. Like this is gonna be like.
It was good. It was honestly
huge
so good,
in the box
guys.
office. Huge in the box office.
At least the trailer will.
The trailer's a
absolutely.
banger.
Maybe you do good. Trailer sucked.
Well, lads, I would like to say thank you for having us on the Bonifay Banter
Cheers,
podcast.
boys.
Man, we are
long-time
honored. Yeah.
listeners and big
Long-
fans of you
first-time
boys.
callers,
and,
first-time,
in particular,
broadcasters.
big fans of Shane, but like cool to get to know Parks as well.
we got to expand sometimes.
Yeah.
It's called evolution.
I feel like there's like, as you guys are brothers and me and Nate are brothers, like I just feel like there's like, you know, a lot of similarities in growing up with brothers and doing your passions, you know, together.
Yeah.
And it's something that we all got to be grateful. I know we're coming up on Thanksgiving. I don't know when this will air, but like, you know, it's
kind of cool.
It's something to be grateful for, you know?
I agree. And like Shane and I, we've had a crazy career that's kind of like paralleled. But like I've said this on some other podcasts, like obviously we're brothers. We spend a lot of time together. But like when Shane and I had different sponsors, our careers, like we never really crossed paths. Like our summer kind of thing. So like this podcast has actually like brought us like closer together, and I enjoy doing it with Shane. Shane and I hang out. We talk.
I don't
way more.
enjoy it that
Shane
much.
hates
No.
it, but like what you were saying, you know, no, it's just cool to like we love the brother banters, man. We
It
love
is really
for the
cool.
fact-
I'm so stoked that you boys had some time out
for sure.
cut some time out of the schedule because you're on tour, you're doing some stuff, you're doing a show
You're busy
tomorrow
shit.
night.
7 weeks
You
in,
came
that's
here
crazy,
and
dude.
did this like
When you said, can we do a podcast? I said, absolutely, whenever. And I'm so glad we got to do it because, we just had a blast. And I agree, Tony. It's like a lot of people come up to us and go, man, like you and your brother doing this. That's so cool. And
It
I
is
think
cool.
it's like, you know, I've known him since I was born, you know, he's my guy. And so when I did ask him to join the band, I remember saying like, dude, I don't know if I want to do this with anyone else because I just, you know, we're going to have all these adventures and memories and we can get heated, but we can also work it out. And brothers, it's a unique thing.
And
so.
it will be something in 20 or 30 years, like when when you're old and you know you'll have kids and when you have this life going on, and you're like,
Totally.
dude, there was this moment. Like, do you remember how amazing that felt? Touring and
That's
doing
something
that
to remind
together,
you know,
and it's
to
like-
remind yourself of all the time is that it's like, you know, like so many people I think are like always looking so ahead to the future. Like what's the next thing that's gonna, and it's like really like if you can enjoy
what you're doing
the
now.
ride
Yeah.
as it happens, I think it's something that like I try really hard to, not that I'm trying to enjoy it. It's not like,
But
you know what I
people
mean?
say-
But I'm
people
always
say
reminding.
cliche,
I'm
like,
not, yeah.
enjoy
like-
the ride.
yeah,
but you really
the idea is that like it's like, you know, there's so many things that are like, you know, you can kind of just get lost in it, but like you gotta savor it. You see all these interviews of like movie stars or whatever, and they were like, you know, working on like this TV show, and they're like, oh well, this is just a stepping stone to the next thing, and then years later they look back as like that was it.
That was it.
That was
That was
it.
the
That's
best
all
it got.
that-
You
yeah.
know, so you know, it's cool to, you know, I remind myself as like this. It's like each day is like what can happen, and it's so.
I forget
Gratitude.
the saying, but like somebody, it's a celebrity said it, but it's like, I wish we knew that we were in the good times,
The good old days.
the good old days before
Yes.
it was gone. Like you
Yeah.
don't
Right.
know that those are the good old days.
These
and
are
it's
the good old
These
days.
are the good old days, but
Yeah.
you don't know that those are the good old days until you're
You
after.
just
And
assume
it's
they
looking
will
back.
happen forever, and like
No, yeah,
when it's going good, you're like,
yeah.
this is how can it ever end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
and all of a
And then
sudden, like
whenever it
something,
is.
someone gets or something happened. You never know
Anything
what
can
it is,
happen.
but like
Yeah.
all of a sudden, like you almost say to yourself, like this is the end of an era,
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
that's and truly
It changes.
when you're saying that, that's when
it's already actually
it's already
started
happened.
to change.
It's already
Yeah.
happened,
Yeah.
like and like so.
No,
you
but
never
that-
know. You
it's
never
that
know when
saying.
it's
It's like-
when it is it, man.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
You never
if
know.
that's my advice.
You
to
know
the-
it looking back.
If
so
that's my
it's-
advice to the young kids, young wakeboarders, young band members,
Totally.
like,
Yeah.
when don't focus too much. I mean, the future is always important, but like the
Appreciate
moment,
it.
Yeah.
what the crew,
Yeah.
the now is
The now is what
It's
it is.
is what it is.
I always say like stay hungry for the next thing, but enjoy the meal, man, because you're eating right now and it's good eating, man. And like, man, it's like when we started this thing, we were freaking sleeping on floors, like absolutely dirtbagging it as hard as humanly possible.
Now you
Like,
got
we
blow-ups
used
in
to
the road.
we used to
Crazy.
play
Now we
the
got
show.
blow-ups.
We used to play the show and just
we get to come to the Parks Bonifay Hotel and we're staying in decent hotels, and so it's like it's fun to like see the progression and yeah, the music industry, and I think all of life is always about the next thing, but it's like when you can really tap into like, no, this is pretty epic right now, pretty good,
And it's not like you have to.
too, but
It's not like you have to stay here. You don't have to
Yeah.
stay in that moment, but appreciate it and
Yeah.
look around and observe and take it in, because this
We talk about
won't
that a lot.
happen again.
Well, and you know what? Old
'Cause
school.
times
You've heard
like
this
these
motto
won't
said
happen
before the old
again.
schoolers before us. Like this truly does
Yeah.
matter. They go, they say, it's not about where you're going, it's about how you get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
And like that is
Amen.
the essence in it. And that was
Totally.
like the
Another
that's
another
what it
guy
is.
said Nate had always told me, it's like, is it the journey or the destination? He's like, it's the company.
It's the company.
I like that too.
That's
That's
it.
That's a good end right there, because it is the company. Hey,
Cheers,
Cheers
to
to
good
that.
company,
Cheers
boys.
to good
company.
Good
Good
company,
times,
man.
Stuart, everything
Been
in the
so
past,
fun getting to
dude.
know you, Parks, from the bottom of our heart. Like,
Love you, boys.
We've
love
had
you.
so much fun with you over the years, and like you have like truly helped, the Bombargo
You've helped
dream
the band, man.
keep going, man. You're an integral member of this part, and
Of our story.
Well, let's
We're-
get out on the boat, dude.
dude. We got it. We got it.
And if you're listening, dude, I'm
And
seriously,
Shane.
if you have a chance to go see Bombargo, they're traveling all over the tour, all over the country and in Europe.
Yes, in
Dude.
Europe. And also,
Check
if you're
it
at
out.
a show and you watch this, come and talk to us after, because we're always hanging by the merch or something.
They're the
come
funnest.
say you saw us on the Bonifay Banter. We'll get you some stickers or something, because these are the good people right
Congratulations, Josh and Brandon, Harris Bros.
here.
Become
Yeah,
a
the
top
Harris
shelf
Bros.
Patreon member.
We'll get this shipped to y'all.
And if
Thank
y'all
you.
like it, man, hey, like, subscribe. It sounds cliche, but fucking
Do that.
let's
It
do
helps
it.
out.
We're
Keep
trying to get to 1,000. So thank
Let's
you
do it,
guys.
guys.
And,
The road to
get us,
1,000.
Like
get
and
us
follow.
there. Get us there.
Love you, boys. Nate Dogg, Tony, Shane.
Peace.
Love y'all.
Love you guys.
21 in the books.
21. Oh! And now this record's worth even more, because this is a beautiful, one of a kind thing. One of a kind. Dude, that was
good
a way to
ending.
end. That was a way to end.